am extending a challenge to all other supermodels out there to show their support for Howard Stern. And that means you, Christy and Paulina and Claudia, Elle, Cindy, and even you, Kate Moss. Help us make some history here. It's time to change to Howard Stern. Thank you.
What's your name?
Here he is, the man of the hour.
You've got a
new deal, the man of the supermodel deal.
You gotta go back to Italy and just stand there naked. That's Cindy Crawford.
No, it's Carol Alt.
I know who it is. Of course, we love Carol. Carol Alt. She did sound like a supermodel there. I mean, consider her television. It was funny. I like that. She was nervous that day.
I like it when she goes, you know, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, applause. Do I look the most wasted you've ever seen me?
Yeah, what have you been up to?
I can't. I've literally had about 6 hours sleep for the last 4 days. I mean, total.
And you're crashing now.
I'm crashing, like, unbelievably. It's good to crash at your job.
Oh, good.
It's impossible to write a movie screenplay while you do a radio show. They need to let me just get off for a month, finish the screenplay, and get...
It'll take you a month?
I don't know. I just have to make sure it's right. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think Tom is going to let you off for a whole month.
That's why when I was running for governor, it would have been great, because I would have been off. They wouldn't allow me on the radio for equal time.
Oh, I meant to tell you, you're going to not even be on the ballot.
Why?
Because I see the Libertarians have gotten some other guy, and they filed papers.
Stupid. They should keep me on the ballot. I'd win.
Absolutely.
Oh, do I need a few white crosses?
What's a white cross?
You never did speed?
Oh, gee.
You never did speed in college?
No.
Oh, man.
White cross.
How'd you get through college? I took them all the
Let
time.
me see. I slept and I got up.
Oh, man. Black beauties, white crosses, the whole thing. The whole thing.
Little crystal.
Yeah, crystal. I tell you something, I got to tell the kids at home, don't do white crosses when you go to college.
Why?
Even though your pal did them. Because it puts you think you're going to be studying.
Yeah.
And then you find you're taking them and you don't even want to study. It's like, you're obviously, you're looking for an excuse to take them. Everyone can't wait for finals because they can take all their white crosses. And the thing is that you take them and you get it's an upsetting, it's irritable. You get irritable.
You spend about 5 hours on one paragraph.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a haze in front of your eyes. It's like
so you're awake, but you can't see.
You think you're absorbing so much, and you're absorbing nothing.
Yeah, even the silence annoys you. You know what I mean? Everything is annoying.
So now, do you think people are still doing these silly things?
Yeah, oh yeah, sure. How the hell do you think that's going on? That's been going on way before me, and it'll go on way after me.
Well, it just passed me by.
Well, you. I should have gotten a hold of you a little earlier in life.
You think you could get me to do anything, don't you?
Oh, I do. I know it.
Yeah, right. What have you gotten me to do? Sit here.
Yeah.
So far, you've gotten me to
that's pretty good. Yeah. I got you a cat. I got you to be friends with Neil. I got you a lot of things.
Yeah, I got out of that.
Yeah. Hey, so did I. I don't know. Oh.
Is your eye hurting too?
No, I'm just thinking about. Last night I was writing my Academy Award speech because I know I'm going to win it.
Oh dear, I thought this was a scene from the movie.
It's a very serious speech. Turn this off, man.
Why don't you give us the speech now?
Well, it's just ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to thank. No one. How did you know? Were you in my dreams? I want to thank no one.
By myself.
Yeah, no one really knew what to do except me. No, I want to thank Peter Torquevay.
Peter Torquevay?
Yes. I'd like to thank Peter Torquevay.
Good Lord. You start off with him?
Yeah.
Who is he?
Do you ever watch the Academy Awards? Everyone thanks Peter Torquevay. It's just a guy you thank. He's like a very well-known Hollywood guy.
I didn't know.
See, there's certain people you pay homage to in your Academy Award. Peter Torquevay. If you watch any Academy Award show, every guy gets up and thanks Peter Torquevay.
I got to pay more attention.
You don't really watch the show. I'd like to thank Peter Torquevay.
Is that Pig Latin?
What?
Is that a name that swings around?
Is that Pig Latin? Yeah. His name is really Orkvay. It's really Vador.
That's right. He's Vator.
I like to thank Peter Vador. It's a pig Latin. Une, ule, torque.
I like the Ankbay, the Academy egg.
Yeah, I like the Ankbay, Peter Torquevay. Oh, my Academy Award speech sucks.
So you didn't write your...
How funny would it be if this was actually this whole, like, idolizing the name Peter Torquevay up there.
Wait a minute, what is this?
Doing a mount, they have to drag me off like Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, the music starts playing.
I love you. Honey, do you love me?
Honey, do you love me? I love you, baby.
I love you, baby.
They did Frank Sinatra the biggest favor in the world when they dragged him off that Emmys or whatever that was. Grammys.
Grammys, yeah.
I love you twice back.
Hello, honey. He's talking to his wife. At this
Where
point,
are you?
with 5 minutes into it, he starts talking to his wife. He goes, honey, where are you?
Where am I?
Hello, where am I? Baby, do you love me? Yeah, you're 150 years old. You don't know where you are. She loves you.
There you are.
She'd love you.
You love me.
You love me? You do? Jilly? Oh, Jilly's dead. Jilly. Jilly, hit somebody. Jilly, pick up my underpants. Jerry. They did that guy the biggest favor of his life, man. Getting him off stage.
Since then, he keeps getting himself
Still
into
be
trouble.
Yeah. He'd still be up there. You know the Grammys would still be on the air? It would have been the longest show in history.
Well, when you consider that, the few days later he was singing into the wrong end of a microphone and he
Hello.
didn't know it.
Why? Hey, Frank Jr., why doesn't this microphone work? What? Oh, it goes this way. All right. It's all right.
You son of a bitch, I'll have you kidnapped again.
I can't hear myself.
And yet, compared to Dean Martin, Frank's fine.
Oh, he's doing very well.
Yeah, right. Dino.
Very well.
But they did the guy a favor, and it turned out afterwards that his own handlers, Frank Sinatra's own people, had him pulled off the stage.
Well, they knew.
Yeah, they were blaming the actual Grammy committee. The Grammy committee said, this is fantastic.
Oh, no, he's doing some I love you speech again.
Oh, good, the I love you speech. The famous I love you speech.
I love you twice.
He did this in Milwaukee on his hands. He was standing on his head.
I love you twice more.
I love you more. That's what he said. He goes, baby, you love me? I love you twice more. We got to get a transcript of that so I can do the full reenactment. And Robin, you can play Barbara Sinatra.
All right, I'll stand there.
You stand there.
Yes, I love you.
It'll help me get it to character.
Here I am.
Baby, I love you. You love me? I love you twice more.
Because I think he's disoriented without her. He has to see where Barbara is to know it's okay.
Because I read an article, he has a teleprompter in the bedroom.
Oh.
It's got a giant teleprompter. Hello, Barbara.
Good night.
I love you. Oh,
Good night, sweet princess.
Which way's the bathroom?
Arrows.
Arrows. Giant arrows hanging.
That's right.
Yeah. Big arrows.
Signs on the floor.
Yeah. Big giant arrows.
Big sign on the door, wipe.
Yeah. All right, you're having too much fun over there.
Don't forget your wife.
Shut up. Come on. We're just trying to join in. Hey.
We're going to have some fun.
Hey, why's Robin get to talk so much?
I like Frank, too.
Let's take a break. And when we come back, hopefully we'll be doing some funny stuff.
I love you.
Suzanne Somers stopping by today.
Yeah. You're kidding.
No. Our old friend Fran Drescher stopping by from the Nanny.
Wow.
She's got a real good body. Fred said he read in some People magazine article that she was once raped.
No, I didn't know that.
Fran Drescher, I think. Are you sure you know that for a fact?
I may have been the one who did it.
Oh,
shut up, Fred.
I'm being joking.
You finally came out with a joke and that was it?
Sorry.
How many years did he wait? How many years?
Fred, let me paint a swastika again on your head.
You deserve it.
You really deserve it. I may have been the one who did it.
I made a bad choice. I'm sorry.
Fred started having sex with women about 2 years ago, and now all of a sudden he's a rapist.
There you go.
Yeah.
Making up for it.
Making up for it. Making up for lost time.
Slow start and a fast
Right. That's what he said, he read.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever asked her about that. I don't know how exactly. Fran, so
About that rape thing.
Yeah.
When was your first rape?
So how was it when you were raped, and what were you wearing?
All you people that got raped, take one step forward.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'd like to ask her about it, but, you know.
Why can't you?
I guess I will if she talked about it in people.
Well, maybe Robin can fake a story.
Yeah, why don't you start talking to Robin about the time it happened to her?
Okay, yeah, Robin. When Fran comes in later,
She was asleep in her
this is
bed.
what's going to happen, okay?
All
Just so you
right,
play it out.
Okay.
Like when Gary says she's here, I'll say, and Robin, listen, let's talk about when you were raped after Fran leaves.
Okay. All right.
And then you'll say,
I'll
well,
try.
yeah. You say, listen,
It's hard.
you know, we're going to talk about it. It's hard, but, you know, I'll tell you every detail, like what I was wearing and stuff, and, you know, even though it's
Well, I'll
horrible.
tell you exactly how it happened. I'll tell you what time, where I was.
Right. Yeah, just do a little, and then I'll go, you know what? I don't want to keep Fran waiting.
Right.
And then she'll come in, oh, Robin, I was raped too. And then...
Oh, that's wrong.
But it was a terrible
Are you going to be
thing.
able to handle this assignment?
Oh, please.
If not, Jackie will.
Because you haven't had sex in this decade. I don't know if you're going to be able to fake
But
this.
who is the best actress?
Oh, Fred, and then you, Rob.
She's the best actress?
Come here, Fred.
Actor and actress.
He's hot.
Okay, Rich.
You saw him just acting like an imbecile before when he said he raped Fran Drescher.
Perfect.
That was pretty good. No one knew he was
I
acting.
forgot about that performance.
All right, let's take a break. There's too much fun in here.
She's got Alzheimer's.
I'm a struggling screenwriter right now. I can't be having this much fun.
That's right.
I'm just so you know what's going on, I'm involved in, you know, the screenplay, and there's two different ways.
To go?
Yeah.
Ah.
There's the very normal way you tell a story,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a sort of being in the present and then going back in time, and then coming back to the present and going back in time.
I see what you're saying. To jump around in time.
And to jump around in time sometimes kills a joke.
Mm-hmm.
But telling a story from beginning to end is very traditional.
That's right.
But what can you name a movie that isn't told from the beginning to the end?
Let me think.
In other words, if I was going to do the life story of Fred Norris, would you want to see him as a little boy first and then through to as an adult? Or would you mind seeing him what he does today and then going back as a little boy?
I know what it is.
You know what?
There was one movie like that.
No, it really wasn't.
No, it was in two different
See,
movies,
once
but
they
couldn't
do it,
work
they
their way.
they might give you a future, you know, or present tense, and then they go back and they start telling the story linearly.
Well, but
and bring you
wait
to
a
the present
second.
again.
Okay, so like Little Man Tate, you see him as an old man first, but you don't learn any story. He's just
Right.
telling you the story.
Right.
But he starts as a little boy and he goes
and
all the way
then
through.
he goes right through the story in a linear fashion.
You can't think. The only movie that I can think of that doesn't do that is The Wrong Guys.
That example.
Yeah.
Now you got your temper.
Well, now I know what to do.
There's your answer.
Richard Lewis is available.
Darn.
More than available.
I don't know. But I've got a very innovative thing that I'm doing. But will it ultimately? See, I'm going to. My mind is burning
I'm
up.
going to say in Natural Born Killers, they were jumping around in time.
Right.
A lot of time, I didn't know what time it was.
Right. And that disturbed you.
Yeah, I didn't know what they were doing.
Well, yeah, me too. You know, a lot of times I was going, when is this going to be over? You know what I mean? I can't. You know, I just finished watching Jackie demolish a turkey leg, and now I got to watch this.
Wasn't that horrible enough?
Never go to a movie before, you know, 2 minutes before you see Jackie almost vomit on his turkey leg because he's eating so fast and licking his fingers.
It was good.
We're going to talk about when we went to the movies.
We got to.
Yeah, all right,
That
when we
was a
come
great
back.
story.
Over vacation, Robin, and Jackie went to the movies. I'll tell you all about it when we get back. We got a lot of guests coming in, but I got a million things to go over with you. What do you want to hear first? Do you want to hear the guy pleading guilty to...
He pled guilty?
Yeah, the guy who cut the wire. Do you know what's going on with this?
No.
Want me to talk to you about this first?
Absolutely.
Okay, in Cleveland, just to give you some background in case anyone doesn't know this story, in Cleveland, when we went there for the funeral, one of the radio stations cut our wires. One of the engineers from the radio station cut our wires. That is a federal offense, punishable up to 10 years in prison. And I can talk about this now?
Yeah, actually, later on this morning, we have an opportunity to speak to the prosecutor.
Good. I want to speak to the prosecutor. I think he's on to something.
I wonder what he's going to ask for as a sentence.
Well, listen to this. I guess I should tell this first before we listen to it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Watch this guy do more time than O.J. This is America, but here it is. It's a federal offense to cut a wire to a radio station.
Yes.
Because this is, it's governed by the FCC. It's a government, federally regulated industry.
That's right, and you're not supposed to interrupt people's access to the airwaves.
Yeah, I mean, you're screwing around there in the wrong, I don't know what this guy was doing. So, point is, what the prosecutor really wants to do is prove that this guy wasn't acting alone.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy who cut our wires copped a plea. The rumor is that the prosecutor is about to go before the grand jury this month because he has enough to implicate
other people.
Ooh. So, in other words, what you're hearing, you're going to say, "Oh man, the guy he pled guilty to criminal trespass
and
possession of criminal
tools,
which is punishable up to 2 years in prison."
Uh-huh.
The only time a prosecutor would accept a plea bargain is if he got information.
Well, can I just interrupt?
This is my supposition.
He did not. It was not a plea bargain.
It wasn't?
He tried to bargain, but the prosecutor did his own investigating and found out enough that there was no need to bargain.
Yeah.
The guy just pled guilty because he was really nailed.
Yeah. So they say since they had him nailed,
he didn't see any way out.
The theory here is that the guy sang.
Well, let me ask you something, because we had heard stories that he had some high-powered attorneys.
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't know about that, but I'll tell you this. If the prosecutor had the guy dead to rights, a lot of witnesses saw him cut it and the whole thing.
Right.
The prosecution only will allow you to get a reduced sentencing.
Yeah, didn't he plead to lesser charges? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, he pled to lesser charges. The prosecutor reduced the charges.
That's
the only apparent reason for cooperation.
Yes.
Now, why is this important? Because this will now lead to this other radio station group that owns millions of dollars worth of radio stations to losing their licenses.
You think so?
Oh, I know so.
Well, Howard, you know what?
Did you just talk British? You think so? You think so?
I really think so.
Hey, I'm discussing the law. That's Barrister Quivers.
That's right.
Indeed.
All right, very good.
Discussing the law, I get very British.
Yeah, because our laws are based a lot on the Magna Carta.
Magna Carta. That's absolutely true.
Yes, right. I was in law school for a day. Yes?
You'll hear the judge towards the end of this tape. He makes mention, apparently the defendant made a statement early on, and the statement has been sealed and is not being released to the public because it's going to come into play later on as the investigation widens. I guess he said a lot of things early on.
So now we take you to the courtroom in Cleveland via court radio. That's right. There's court radio right here. Yeah, there is such a thing. We just invented it. Court radio. All right, so what are we hearing first?
This is the prosecutor talking.
This is the prosecutor in Cleveland talking.
All right, we're hearing a 3-count indictment. Disrupting public service, possession of criminal tools, and breaking and entering. What's the state's position on this case?
Pretty good quality, huh?
It gets a little better.
That's the judge asking a question.
That was the judge? I thought it was the prosecutor.
No, that was the judge.
And he says, what is it? Okay.
And then the prosecutor now responds.
As you state, this is Sierra 312373, where the defendant William J. Alford is charged in a 3-count indictment. After several pretrial discussions with defense counsel and today is trial date, it's my understanding the defendant will withdraw his formerly entered plea of not guilty and enter a plea of guilty to count 1 of the indictment, which is disruption of public service. That's a felony of the 3rd degree, carries with it a potential penalty of 1, 1.5, or 2 years in jail, as well as a fine of up to $5,000.
See, so here he is copping to a lesser plea.
Right.
It's my understanding that the defendant will withdraw his formerly entered plea of not guilty and enter a plea of guilty to amended count 3.
See, so he's pleading guilty.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Well, he had to plead guilty. They had him.
What was he going to do? He was caught red-handed.
He had the criminal tools on him.
Also, you know what's very interesting? If you see the video of this, do you remember what the guy looked like that day, by any chance?
No. I never saw the video.
Scott saw the guy. He had really long hair and a really long beard.
Yeah.
The guy his hair is completely cut off, clean shaven, and he was in a suit.
Yeah,
of course.
Cool. Hey, I'd do that too if I was facing 10 years.
That's the garb of the defendant.
Yeah. You see what it is? if there was caning in this country, it'd be fantastic. You take a guy like this in public and you flog him. Boy, oh boy, you wouldn't see guys doing this kind of You know what it is? There's so much mischief in this country that people don't even think. This guy didn't even think.
Man, this used to be the prank of kids.
Yeah, I mean, you used to think.
Halloween used to be a time when kids would go around and do things like this. Now adults.
Yeah, you used to think before you would do something like this. You know, you'd say, oh my God, I can't go do this. I'm breaking the law. Now no one even thinks about it because they think, oh, it's a radio show. I'll go out and do it. This is fantastic. What the judge, now what the judge has to do is take this guy and
throw the book.
Throw the book.
But the point is that we have gotten to the point in our country where adults have no regard for the law. There is no moral, ethical substance to people that tells them, regardless of whether I can get away with it, it's wrong to do it.
Wow, very impressive, Rob. Very nice. Well, thanks.
I'm on my soapbox.
There you go. Get off that soapbox and back into the kitchen. So what you're saying is basically he needs a strong punishment like cutting his fingers off like he cut the wires.
Yes.
Breaking and entering charge. The state moves to amend that to criminal trespass in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 2911.
So at face value, if you heard this, you'd be upset right now saying, oh, criminal trespass.
Yeah, they're lessening the charges, which means a lower sentence.
No, I think this guy's saying the prosecutor handled it exactly the way I would have.
He continued to press the full charges.
That's right.
He got co-opted.
Until he got information.
Because we really are after the big fish.
Ah, now you've said something that we can all understand. Big fish. Big fish, fried. Fancy me on the jetty.
And Diet Coke.
Doesn't it sound like in Cleveland, if it wasn't for this case, they'd have nothing to do? You know?
I bet you this was the first news story.
I hope so.
Point 21, this reduces it to a misdemeanor of the 4th degree. That carries with it a potential penalty of up to 30 days in county jail and a fine of up to $250. Now, should a change of plea be forthcoming, the state recommends nallying count 2, which is the possession of criminal tools count. In addition, the defendant should waive his rights to the defendant will waive his rights to a forfeiture hearing with respect to all the property that was seized on his person at the time of his arrest.
What's that?
No, I edited it out a lot because it got a little dull.
It's a little dull the way it is. Yeah, go ahead.
He forfeited his right to what property he had on him at the time, which was the wire cutters, a beeper, and a phone. And
that's evidence.
Right, and right now they're saying that they're investigating to see. They know that the phone and the beeper belong to the station. They're just trying to see what part
the connection it is.
Right.
Can I fast forward to like the really cool part?
Yeah, go to 212.
I was just trying to figure out how much time he now can get.
Up to 2 years, according to I was interviewed by a Cleveland television station yesterday, so I could get a hold of this tape. I'm now rethinking my position, but but anyway, the guy told me that he's facing up to 2 years now, punishable up to 2 years, all these counts.
Because that second count there only has
30
days to it.
No, the whole thing combined, I think, is up to 2 years. Did you hear that
That's
too?
what the prosecutor said yesterday.
And that's something like $7,200 in fines?
Yeah, which isn't much.
$200 in fines or something?
Well, you know what the Cleveland radio station is now saying? They're saying, hey, the station was going through a sale at the time. Maybe there was an environment created where the guy felt, hey, his job would be more secure if he went out and really was... So I said, wait a second. That makes no sense. If you're an employee and you want to get in good with the big boys, you don't do it surreptitiously. You go tell them, hey, I'm going to go cut the wires for you guys. I'd do anything for you. Because you're trying to please your boss. You don't go do it in silence. You don't do it and hide the fact, right?
No.
If you were going to do something good for me, right?
I tell you.
If I said to you, hey, Gary, I need to bump off somebody, and then you said, oh, forget, and you went out and did it and didn't tell me you did it, that would be no good. I wouldn't be thankful.
Well, everybody take credit for
it. You want to take credit for it.
I'm going to tell you first before people start taking credit for it.
Right. Exactly.
Now, this part here is...
Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the judge.
This is the judge?
Talking to defendant Bill Alford.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Alford, did you understand everything your attorney, Mr. Broder, just said?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understand everything the prosecutor, Mr. Whitecroft?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and how old are you, Mr. Alford?
30, Your Honor.
How far did you go to school?
I'm sorry?
How far did you go to school?
High school.
What high school did you graduate?
West Geauga High School.
All right, and where do you work now?
Right now I'm employed with Classic Classic Worldwide Productions.
What do you do?
Right now it's a new position, and until this trial is over, there really aren't any specifics to what I'm doing.
All right.
Good job.
Well,
great
what
job.
kind of a
Sounds like your job, Gary. No
do you
specifics.
get where you did, until your trial is over, we just won't decide what you do here.
Maybe they need him to cut some wires and stuff. So they got him on hold.
We have to see if you get your criminal tools back.
They give him a retainer.
What did you do in the past?
I was a broadcast engineer for WMMS and WHK Radio.
What does a broadcast engineer do?
We take care of all the equipment, Your Honor, make sure it's functioning, repair it, do live broadcasts outside of the radio station, etc.
What did you had education you got in high school?
I was in the military service for 4 years, Your Honor, and I did take some classes while I was dealing with my job while I was in the service.
What branch of the service?
I was in the Air Force, Your Honor.
What did you do in the Air Force?
I was a jet engine specialist on F-15 aircraft.
There's a guy. He's a bright guy. What's he thinking? Working on aircraft. I mean, knows something. What's he thinking?
You're saying he's bright. I
Speaks well. Speaks better than most people who call the show.
Speaks better than Jackie.
Yeah. The guy would actually, he's being, what's he thinking? What's he doing running around doing stupid stuff like this?
Well, he might be an idiot savant.
Yeah.
He can only do that mechanical stuff.
Guy's out of control.
I'm sorry, you were what?
Jet engine specialist. Yes, sir.
All right. And court satisfied that intelligent, educated, fully.
See, they got to establish that he understands what he just pled to.
Yes.
So you got to hear him talk a little.
He knows the deal.
If you get like a guy going, helter skelter, it's like, well, I don't know if this guy understands that he's pleading guilty to something.
Yeah, you got to see if he's Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Stupid is as stupid does, Your Honor. Uh-oh.
My mother always says.
Yeah. Cutting wires is like a box of chocolates. Oh, really? Okay, well, why don't we just talk privately for a second, okay? So is that pretty much it?
Yeah, if you just want to hear the part where he actually pleads, it's coming up.
Where's that?
It should be right about here.
All right.
You understand that no one can force you to plead guilty here?
Yes, sir.
You have an absolute right to go to trial by judge or jury.
Yes, sir.
In that trial, you have a right to confront the witness.
This is where they tell the dude, like, hey, dude, you could go to trial and junk.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah, maybe you're smart taking the plea. I'm having trouble hearing, aren't you?
I can hear him.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you would also have a right to present a defense. In that defense, you could call witnesses on your behalf.
He's waiving his right to a jury.
Yeah, all right. Well, where's the good part?
I'm guilty.
It's coming up. I don't...
Okay. Gary likes to really go long for him with a lot of
I cut this down a lot.
Yeah, not enough.
Place about witnessing, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
You have a right to testify, tell your own side of the story. Or you have a right not to testify,
You ever think that people have too many rights? You have the right to do this, you have the right to do that.
You could call witnesses.
You can call witnesses.
This was 10 minutes long, and I swear like 4 minutes of it is explaining his rights.
Cool. It's good to know you have rights.
Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
It was a jury who think unanimous. Verdict of 12 people unanimous.
What is this?
He's explaining the jury system.
Okay, listen. Where does the guy go? You are guilty.
Yeah, judge. Doesn't the judge realize that, the guy's saying he did it?
Yeah, the judge doesn't have to explain his rights.
Yes, sir.
Are you using drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Do you have a drug problem?
No, sir.
All right.
What do you ask him if he has a drug problem?
Yeah. Or if he's on drugs or alcohol medication at the time.
Were you on drugs or alcohol and medication when you cut this tape?
It's coming right now.
Thank you.
What's your excuse?
What's your excuse?
It's me.
Guilty.
Guilty, Your Honor. Guilty of what, both? Being dumber than your shoes.
Go up about 20 seconds.
All right.
Are you pleading guilty to these offenses because you are guilty of them?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Count 1, obstructing public service violation 2909.04. Occurred on June 10, 1994. Were accused of knowingly, by damaging or tampering with property, interrupt or impair radio communication service. How do you plead to this felony? Is there guilty or not guilty?
Your Honor, I would like to plead guilty.
Wow. Prosecutor did a good job.
That was a felony he pleaded guilty to.
That's no
misdemeanor.
Exactly. Are they afraid when they put him in jail that he'll cut the bars with his wire tools?
Well, that's why they're not giving them back.
All right, so he just pleads guilty?
And then he pleads guilty to the other 2 charges.
All right,
That's it.
thank you.
We should take a commercial break because Suzanne Somers is here.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, boy.
She's with her husband, I think.
Yeah, that guy like is a Svengali or something.
I think he may be executive producer of her new show.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. You nail a piece like that, and then you get to be executive producer of the show.
You know what? We got to talk to her about that movie she did of her life.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, because it was so funny. You know, she was doing everything wrong. She was she wrote bad checks.
Yeah, but meanwhile, she had a body that wouldn't quit.
This guy came along and married her.
Yeah, I would have married her.
You know, it's really funny.
Big deal. What, she wet the bed?
She was like a bad news bear.
Did Suzanne wet the bed?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
That's nothing.
She has that whole society of bedwetters.
I still wet the bed.
Because I remember seeing her on Donahue with a...
I actually did a number 2 in my bed last night.
Now stop.
It happened by accident.
Wrong.
You're not going to believe what happened. Wait till I tell Suzanne this. I swear it happened.
Yeah, you need a support group.
I've been so fried writing this movie.
You don't do that by accident.
No, it was an... Want to know how it was an accident?
I know what happened.
No accident.
What do you think happened?
You went to pass wind and...
No, wrong. Well, it's much worse than that. Listen to this. I go to the bathroom. I'll tell it quick. And I can tell it in a way that family audience can hear it.
That's the family tradition.
No, I went to the bathroom last night, and I've been a little constipated. All right? So I really was pushing, and I normally don't.
Yeah,
I know,
breaking all your rules.
I'm out of sorts. So not everything really... I didn't feel finished. And then I got into bed to just have sex with myself.
You know what you did?
And, no, let me tell you what I...
You got in bed with something on deck.
Yeah, right. Oh, wait a second. Listen to this.
In the staging area.
Does this ever happen to you? This ever happen to you?
In the wing.
Robin acts like it didn't happen.
Somebody was in the batter's cage.
Wait a second. Yeah, listen to this. So I go to the bathroom, and I'm like feeling out of sorts because I know I haven't completed the act. But I'm getting annoyed, and I take a shower and everything, and I don't know.
And you clean up like
no, I showered before. I didn't want to go to the bathroom, but I just felt uncomfortable. And I thought, well, maybe if I push a little, everything will come out. So anyway, So then I lay in bed, and I'm pleasuring myself so I can get to sleep. Because I've been wired like out of my mind. In fact, I didn't fall asleep last night till like midnight.
Even after?
Even after I finished. So I'm doing my thing to myself, right? And I finish, but while I'm doing it, I realize back there I'm a little more relaxed, and things dropped out.
Notice?
I didn't realize it. I didn't know what happened. No. So I made in my bed. So I'm like Suzanne Somers.
Like
I make in my bed. But I don't just wet the bed.
That's right. That's why I say you're like Elvis.
Oh, it was a nightmare. I had to go clean up. I had toilet tissue with water. I mean, it was a whole thing.
But you were wearing underwear.
No, I was in the middle of pleasing myself. I had my underwear pulled down.
You had to change the bed?
No. I don't want to go through that. I changed the mattress. I called Dial a Mattress. They had it there in 2 hours.
He's now on a rubber sheet.
So let me take a break, and I can't wait to talk to Suzanne Somers, who, by the way, left. I've often criticized Suzanne for this.
Well, she is the test case.
She left Three's company at the wrong time.
Whenever you talk to another person about leaving a TV show, you always bring up Suzanne Somers.
But she came back. She's on that show with that guy from Dallas.
Patrick Duffy.
Patrick Swayze. You were right the first time.
Patrick Duffy.
And she has her own talk show now.
And she has her own talk show. So she's, listen.
Well, it took a number of years, though. How long was it before we saw Suzanne Somers again?
Exactly. So there's a lot going on there. So we're going to talk to the very beautiful Suzanne Somers. If you ditch her husband, maybe I could get something off her. I wouldn't mind grabbing her. Oh, that's a hot little
I don't think
minky.
she'd let you. She's always been very standoffish with you.
I mean, she's got to be pretty horny. I think she's been faithful to that guy for
She's been looking forward to this meeting with you, I've been told.
Think she's horny?
She doesn't remember.
For you, no. For the husband, probably.
Meeting him before.
Yeah, she met me a long time ago.
She appears to be one of those women who gets a guy and then just sort of really worships that guy.
Yeah.
I don't think she roams.
Yeah, I know. I get that vibe, too. Like, she's, like, real loving and everything.
Right. We also got to find out how she hooked up with this Thigh Master, because that made her a ton of money.
Yeah. All right, what are we doing? Let's take a break and then talk to Suzanne Somers.
We're back.
We're back.
The Howard Stern Show.
Well, let's meet. How do I look, Robin? I want to look good for Suzanne.
Well, you look quite nice.
I'm better looking than her husband, right?
I think so.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. All right, we're going to meet Suzanne Somers now. We have a lot of questions, obviously.
Well, there's been a lot going on in her life.
Yes. Where do we start, at the beginning or the middle or the end?
Well, maybe we should start at the present and then jump around in time.
Well, that's a bad movie technique, but good for radio. Let me soak you in. Oh, why are you wearing pants? Oh, the husband's coming in, huh? Why are you wearing pants, Suzanne? Hi. Wait a second. Can I look at you for a while? Nice to see you. Wait. How come you wearing pants?
Well,
hey, Alan.
If you would just die if you saw these legs.
I bet you I would. Are you sick of sleeping with Alan? Hey, Alan, let me interview your wife for, like, alone, and then, like, the dating game, like, I'll bring you in next so she can talk freely without you? No, you don't. You're a real Svengali. You don't even leave her side for a minute.
When I said,
hey, could you leave for, like, 10 minutes? He's like...
He doesn't even know that
me.
word.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not leaving. I control Suzanne.
When I said Suzanne, Howard?
Yeah.
When I said Suzanne, would you please follow me? They, like, rose simultaneously.
Oh, really? What are you, like a Svengali or something, man? Yeah. Well, what do you mean? Are you the guy who told her to leave Three's Company?
Of course.
Yeah, good move. Yeah, yes. I'd make you executive producer of my talk show.
Yeah, we had words about that.
Suzanne and Alan's shoelaces are tied together, so they have to be everywhere together. What is it? You don't let your wife out of your... Because you know...
Get on your show.
Yeah, how come you're suddenly out here?
You're not even interviewing Suzanne.
Alan, are you a guy who wants to be a celebrity in a way, too? Maybe a little of that?
I'd really like to be better known than I am.
You want to be behind the camera and Suzanne should
I'd like
get...
to be in front of the camera, just like you.
Is it a weird relationship, Suzanne, that you know... Are you able?
Ever go out without him?
Would you be able to say to your husband, "I don't want to do this show with you"? Or would you be able to do your new talk show without Alan as the executive producer?
Honest. We go everywhere together, but I really would not want to do the talk show without him.
And you're really in love with him?
Yeah, I am.
And how long?
And you never get horny for other guys?
No.
You never think about other guys. How long you guys been married?
We've been together 25 years.
Oh, I'd love to do you. You have an incredible lips. Oh, what I'm doing to those lips. Man, you're a lucky man. I wouldn't let her out of my sight either. I understand that. Yo comprendo.
You know, someone said to me the other day that, because Alan's 10 years older than I am, and he
looks it. Yes. Every bit. You guys look completely out of sync. You need a young man.
And I forget who I was.
Alan's got one foot in the grave. When you go, I'm Suzanne's new husband.
Suzanne keeps him around to make sure he's breathing, I suppose.
I want to see the guy Suzanne does after Alan passes on.
Probably young.
Oh, yeah.
Very young.
Oh, Patrick Duffy. Patrick Duffy's a weird guy, isn't he?
No, he's not weird.
He's got a wife that kind of is like out of sync with him. She's not that hot, and like he's a real good-looking dude. Do you think he cheats on his wife?
No, never. I really, he wouldn't. He doesn't.
Do you ever get horny for him?
No, I kiss him so much.
Do you really?
Yeah, I kiss him.
Do you admire him?
All day. I like Patrick a lot. Anyway, let me tell you.
But when you're with him, do you ever think like what it would be like to have sex with him?
No.
Really, you don't think about having sex with other guys ever?
No, Alan is just...
Alan satisfies you totally?
Everything.
What, do you got to hypnotize? What do you think, hypnotism lesson?
I sound like some stupid...
No, you don't. No, I mean, I think it's really nice. Women feel that way about guys. You want to know something? I'm going to tell you something about Alan.
You're not asking Alan, though.
This is something that Alan will not admit to now, but I'm telling you, he's a man, and I know men.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much, but I know human nature.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that has made me successful.
And all men are the same?
Yes. This is the amazing thing. Women will be in a relationship with a guy, and even if he's 10 years older, he's a little older and everything, you know, oh, I love Alan. He's always been there for me. My time of need. There was a time in my life.
He wasn't there for me in my time of need.
That's true. But I don't know. But you know what I mean?
They've been together 25 years. I don't know when she had time to write a bad check.
If Suzanne was in a car accident tomorrow, and of course we hope this never happens, and she was disfigured, okay, you lost your leg, and
then he'd go out with Pamela Sue Anderson.
Alan would leave you. If you lost your leg and your face was messed up,
especially if I lost my legs, then what could he sell? You know?
Exactly. No, I'm just saying.
I'm his suitcase.
Guys are like that. I am telling you, Alan. Tell the truth.
I'd be out of there in a second.
Exactly, and he's not kidding.
At least he's admitting it.
No, Alan would buy rollerblades and zoom out of there. Is Alan's microphone working? Alan, give me a testing 1, 2, 3 pop modulation. Yeah. Oh, it is. Okay. All right. He's just purposely staying
It was turned around
off
the wrong way for a while.
Yeah.
So now, how did Alan become the executive producer?
Because I'm married to the star.
Yeah, but I mean, in a way, sometimes it's healthier to maybe, Alan, distance yourself from the project.
Well, you know why? He knows me.
He does?
He knows me better than anybody.
Oh, God, I want to make love to you. You really sparkle. I don't, like on TV, you're real good looking, but in person, I gotta have sex with you. I have to cheat. I have to date.
Yeah, just, tonight.
Alan, what was it like the first time you got Suzanne in bed? And she's still good, you know what I mean? You guys have been married 20 years, and she's as good as she was on the Dopey Three's Company.
I know, incredible.
So when you were on Three's Company, I was screaming at you. I said, what a mistake. Stay with the show. Listen, you know actresses go around for like years and years and years. They wait for a big break. You get the big break, so you milk it, you make a ton of dough.
Yeah, but my contract was up, and so I renegotiated. It was just that the timing was really bad. And someone had called me from New York, from the business affairs in New York, and said, you didn't hear it from me, but they're going to hang a nun in the marketplace, and it's going to be you. And I figured...
To teach everyone that, hey, you better stay in line.
Which is what happened. And I figured...
They were afraid John Ritter and that other girl...
Joyce DeWitt.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Joyce DeWitt were going to ask for more money. If you asked for more money, you got it.
For whatever I got, they would have gotten.
I see. So it was a business thing.
It was a business thing, and so it really backfired because I figured it's the #1 show in the country.
And you're the reason people are watching.
Well, my sense of self-esteem wasn't that good. I can see now in perspective that character was really vital to the show.
It was.
But at the time, I didn't really understand that. But I figured it's the three of us, and they wouldn't break up the chemistry, and my contract's up anyway. And
I always thought
it wasn't
bit
Alan?
me in the butt.
It wasn't Alan who said for you to leave?
Oh, yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah.
I thought it was just that John Ritter is so dull in his personal life that you couldn't handle it anymore.
But you know what?
You hate John Ritter, don't you?
No, I don't.
John Ritter and you do not talk to each other. He was so mad at you. In fact,
he's still mad, and that I don't understand.
Yeah, like, get over it, dude. You made a lot of money.
He's been gone for how long?
Yeah, he's still mad. Like, hey, dude, it was a business decision on Suzanne's part. She's an actress. This is what she wanted to do with her life.
He still wants to be walking in, falling over that couch.
Well, John Ritter probably
was a great part for him.
John Ritter said to himself, "Hey, we've got something successful. I've waited a long time in my career. Why is she ruining this for me?"
Yeah.
But,
just in terms of Alan, I'm the one who told him to go in and renegotiate. Because everyone always makes him the bad guy, and he's...
Oh, he is the bad guy. I was the first one to make Alan the bad guy. I know that.
Yes, I heard.
What, were you an agent before, Alan?
No.
How were you going in and renegotiating
I was totally
contracts?
unemployed.
Are you serious?
No career.
No, come on. What was Alan doing when you met him?
Experience.
He's Johnny Carson of Canada.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. Canada, that's a tough market to crack. Hey, you know what? I'm the Jack Parr of Poland, all right? I mean, what is this?
My husband actually is, he could, if he went to Poland.
Yes.
And if he paid $150, he could pick up his family barony, and then I would be a baroness.
You would be a contessa.
We just haven't gotten over to Poland and come up with $150. You have to show up in person.
You've got some body. I am taking you in. Aren't you hot in that jacket?
No.
You guys still make love as much as you did when you first met? You really don't?
More.
Here's my question to you, Alan.
More.
Never mind Suzanne.
You're going to get the real answers from me. He's like you, but I will tell you.
I give the truth. I always talk. I just talked about making in my bed last night, and I don't mean like what you did, but like when you were a kid, okay?
Listen, mine was good news.
Gary, exactly. Gary, turn up the air conditioning so Suzanne gets real cold and has. I mean, actually, wouldn't that?
Her hot.
I want her hot. Yeah, I want you hot. Turn down the air conditioning. So you have to take off your jacket. What? You always wear that jacket, or?
It's a new jacket.
It doesn't look that good on you. It doesn't look that good.
It's nice. It's my Ralph Lauren suede jacket.
I like to see that tight, clingy black number. All right, anyway, turns you on, Alan. I'm hot for your wife. Yeah, mellow out.
I can't wait to get back to the hotel.
Right. The point is, when you have someone like a Suzanne Somers in bed with you, like, I got married very young, and I'm not saying anything against my wife. My wife's a very attractive woman, but she's no Suzanne Somers.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that she's not in Suzanne's league, okay? Let's be honest. She's not. My wife is not in Suzanne's league.
Does your wife listen to the show?
Yeah, she does, but she'll know it. She knows she's not as good looking as you. She don't have a body like... My wife hasn't taken care of her body the way Suzanne has.
She's got Alan's body.
Yeah. Yeah, she's actually built a little like you, Alan. Yeah. My wife.
See, he turns me on. So maybe I'd like your wife.
You might want to be with my wife.
Right.
But
I like those mushy bodies.
Like we saw, like with Billy Joel and Christy Brinkley. Here he has a beautiful woman, and he's not a physically impressive guy. And suddenly he must have gotten tired of Christy Brinkley. I mean, it's I don't know.
Well, you must see it all the time out there in Hollywood.
I think he just probably didn't feel worthy. I think that's what that is about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting.
Yeah, because he always talked about she's so beautiful, she's so incredible, and all I heard him thinking was, and I'm not enough for her.
Interesting.
So Alan doesn't think that?
No, Alan thinks he's enough for Suzanne.
Oh, God, does he ever?
Yeah. So anyway, you never, I guess you don't get tired of Suzanne. I would never get tired of you. I mean, look at you. You take good care of yourself.
I do.
But you can still wear a thong, right?
Yeah.
You guys go on vacations and you
Central Pay.
You do, and you wear like a thong and go topless and
No,
stuff?
I don't go topless.
Yes, she does.
She does? Does she, Alan?
Once I went topless.
Oh, would I love that.
Once I went topless, and I didn't want to go topless.
Oh, I'm so horny.
Lying there, and he kept saying, you know, Suzanne, we've been here 2 weeks. You pull it up, you pull it down. You tie the back, you're constantly working with the top. He said, you're the only one on the beach with the top. Take it off.
Right.
So after 2 weeks, one day I said, oh, all right, I'll take it off. And I'm lying there. And
Alan's executive producer.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Right.
Take it off. Yeah, why don't you pull your shorts off, Alan, on the beach?
So I'm lying there. I'm lying there. 2 minutes later, 2 guys walked up to me and say, hi, Suzanne. How are Jack and Janet?
Oh, man. And Alan was nude during this?
No.
I see.
He doesn't even take off his underpants when he has a massage.
Yeah, so there you go. He's telling you to get naked.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's good. You don't take your underpants off when you get a massage?
I never get a massage.
Who massages?
Because he has to take off his underpants.
Is it a female masseuse?
Yes. Well, we had that massage in Las Vegas, and you left your underpants on.
And it was a girl?
Really funny. She thought it was really funny.
And it was a girl massaging?
Uptight.
Was she hot?
Oh, God.
Was she really?
Yeah.
I would get my underpants off. If my wife said, hey, take your underpants off, my wife's always telling me to keep my underpants on.
You two sound like quite a pair.
Yeah, oh, yeah. It's really impressive. But she's not executive producing my talk show.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I don't let her.
True. Maybe if you put
There's enough to get. Don't you guys get sick of each other, though? Seriously? I mean, hanging around working and then... Like, don't you want to get away a little? Is Alan on the set with you when you tape your TV show?
Yeah.
He works on that, too?
No, but he's around when we're taping.
So Alan just hangs around.
Alan, why don't you go get a sandwich?
That's what he does. He hangs around.
You hang around while Suzanne
my job.
tapes the show with Patrick Duffy. What, are you afraid he's going to steal her or something?
Yeah.
You're really insecure, Alan.
I am. I can't.
Is that true?
In a way, I don't blame you.
24 years of insecurity.
I mean, in a way, I don't blame you.
Why is Robin over there?
Because that's where I have to have her. Yeah.
This is like Mars and Venus. You people are on different planets.
I'm saying you're an insecure guy in the sense that... But I understand. You're really stunning. And I mean, I'd be really kind of nervous I'd lose you. But then again...
her everywhere and be with her everywhere she goes?
Yeah.
Everywhere. That's what I was saying at the beginning of the show, that I was saying he's 10 years older than I am, and that I was talking to someone who said, well, the odds are... I said, I'll be with Alan forever. And they said, the odds are that with the way men's health is, that you'll be here for a while after he's gone. I said... No, he's too nosy. He's going to wait till the very
he'll hang on.
end.
Oh, yeah, same with my wife.
Last gasp,
my wife's not.
Say, okay.
My wife's not going to let me date. She's going to see me in my grave.
Stay until you're undateable.
So, like, when you go to the bathroom, does Alan follow you in, or does he leave you alone in there?
No, he follows me, and
He
we
does.
do everything together. Yeah. He brings me
Alan, what's it like?
In bed.
What's it like the first time you get Suzanne Somers? Do you believe it? I mean, how did you get her?
I still can't believe it.
How did he get
you? She wasn't Suzanne Somers.
Who was she? Suzanne who?
I wasn't Suzanne Somers. I
Who were you?
Suzanne Somers. Broken, writing bad checks, and
she was a criminal.
No longer wetting the bed.
And peeing in the bed.
No longer wetting the bed.
Big deal, you know. You peed in the bed. You should see what I did in the bed. Like you see my movie.
Yeah, see, I went to Catholic school, and we never did any of the things.
So like you'd wet the bed and what the other kids would goof on you and stuff. I got goofed on for much worse. Oh man.
They weren't in bed with me.
I know. You ever have lesbianism?
No.
You ever think about it?
No.
You never try it?
No, I'm happy without.
And John Ritter never came on to you when you were doing?
Always.
Seriously, did he?
Of course.
So he's not.
John Ritter's very horny.
So he's not a homo.
Oh, definitely. Homo.
Sexual.
No.
He's definitely
hetero.
He's definitely hetero.
Oh, definitely.
Really, I always thought.
Very horny. That's
really?
the role he was playing.
No, he would really in real life come on to you.
Wait, John just likes to touch.
And you never made love to him?
No.
He was married at the time.
Yeah, and his wife was really nice.
What happened? You divorced her?
Yeah. That's what I hear. Yeah.
But have you ever shown up at a party since Three's Company and he won't talk to you? And
I did once. I saw him at an ABC party and I saw him and I thought, oh good, I really want to
patch things up.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's because it's stupid negative energy. Yeah. So I made my way over and there was a camera crew that came up and stopped me, and so I was looking over the camera crew trying to get to him and he left. So I don't know if he saw me and left or if he just left.
Oh.
What a dick. What a stupid
He
dick.
had to know you were in the room.
I'm sure he did, yeah.
Oh, man. Your eyes sparkle. I've never seen anything like it. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, Alan. Suzanne, you have nice eyes, too. You really do.
You could like Alan's mushy body.
Alan, come over here and kiss me. Let me see how it feels. No, just sit down. I'm not hugging you. Are you crazy? Oh, he's coming over. All right, I'll take a hug.
Alan's a wacky guy.
Yeah, Alan's looking for attention, man. This guy's lonely. You haven't cheated on Suzanne, huh? No.
He's never away from her.
Give me a hug. Yeah, of course I'm a big dude.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Wait a minute, that's no way to hug.
Can I grab your ass? Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Take a feel.
I can't believe it.
Hey, it's nice. Huh? Really nice and tight. Can I grab yours? Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
Oh, this is very strange.
Unusual. Suzanne, you hug Robin. Go ahead. Go over there. Come on, please. Please. Alan, take off your underwear.
He won't.
Thank you, Alan.
Yeah.
Alan's a good sport.
You didn't ask to rub his chest.
What?
You didn't ask to rub his chest.
No, I don't want to rub his chest. That might be too much.
That's what I fell in love with first.
Now, Suzanne, you have this new talk show. What we should do is let's take a commercial break. If I can have you for a few minutes. I know you're a very busy schedule.
If you can have me.
If I can have you for a few more minutes.
Yes.
We'll come back. We'll talk about what you're going to do. You're going to tell me exactly what Alan has cooked up for this talk show, and I'll tell you if it'll fly.
Yeah, does he really executive produce, or did she just have to get him off the set?
Yeah, this keeps Alan busy while she's taping the Patrick Duffy thing. My kids love that show.
I know.
And they worship you.
Yeah.
They worship you.
Really?
Oh, my God.
It's the #1 show in America with kids.
And my kids get all embarrassed when you and Patrick Duffy start kissing, because he's always horny for you.
Yes.
And I wish you tone that down a little.
It never happens. Do you?
Yeah,
No.
tone that down a little.
No.
No, with the kids.
Really? No, but it shows. It shows.
Yeah, it shows. It shows someone who looks like Suzanne Somers, a guy who's always groping. Of course. No. And they see me at home, they go, why don't you do that to Mommy? Why don't you kids be quiet?
So this isn't about the kids. It's about puts pressure on you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just he plays this horny husband. Tell him to mellow out. No husband in real life is like that. All right, let's take a break.
Okay.
All right, obviously everyone's excited.
No, I'm enjoying it.
You have a certain charisma, and everyone is getting into it. Yeah, of course. And
did you remember meeting
only
me
Alan
before?
gets into my career.
Do you remember meeting me before?
At that radio orgy.
Yeah.
And everyone told me in that room, they said, "Oh, don't go talk to him. He'll eat you up."
I will eat you up.
And you were so sweet.
I would eat you up. Oh, I would eat you up. Oh, you don't even. I don't know. Alan, you still eat her up?
What would you do?
Let me tell you what I do to you. Can I tell you what I do to you? I am very fascinated by you.
Yeah?
I find you very sexy. But you're used to that. You're used to guys kissing your ass. But let me just tell you something.
No, I'm not really.
What we do is we would go to Saint-Tropez, sans Alan.
How would you do that?
And I don't know. That part of the fantasy I haven't worked out.
You'd be there as the bellman.
And like when we get to the room and everything, you're just wearing like a sundress and what are those shoes I like? Espadrilles. You're wearing espadrilles and a sundress. And
like ankle.
And on the plane ride to Saint-Tropez, you said, Howard, I'm not going to wear panties. And like I was just like we put a blanket over each other. And I did some stuff. I went to third base with you on the plane. We did some stuff. And we're kissing and making out and having a good time.
Yeah.
And then you're not too repulsed, so you're getting kind of into it. And then we go to the hotel.
That's a good start. You're not repulsed.
And the first thing I do is I tie you up. Okay? And after I tie you up, you're laying on the bed, you're spread eagle. I mean, you're completely exposed.
Dear.
There's no modesty here.
It's like the fan club.
Yeah, right. You're like, Howard, you're a little nervous because you don't know whether to trust me, like maybe I'm real kook.
Yeah.
I seem nice enough on the plane, but now you're completely at my mercy.
You know, the moment you're tied to the bed, you start going,
wait a minute.
Is this guy a weirdo, or is this just like cool?
But I explained to you, Suzanne, all I want to do is please you. I want to give you the most erotic thrill because you've been with Alan for 20 years.
Wait a minute. It sounds like Suzanne has been tied to the bed. You were tied up?
Alan, you ever tied Suzanne to the bed? You have? Oh, if you've done this already, I can do something else. Have you really been tied to the bed?
Yeah,
have you ever been tied up?
That's not my thing.
No?
No.
That's exactly why I do it to you.
Yeah,
because it's not your thing, but it is in some strange way, and it really pisses you off that you're tied to the bed. And you go, okay, well, he's going to do some stuff to me and it'll feel good. I don't do anything to you. I leave. And you're there, and now you are so angry.
I would be very angry.
Yeah, you're so angry, and you're like, what am I doing with this jerk? This is so stupid.
Go, by the way.
Where do I go? I go to like the ice machine, mellow out, and then I go get a drink, and then like just like a Perrier or something. Because I want to have my wits about. I don't want to be drunk for this. I've been drunk with a lot of ugly girls. I got a good-looking one now. I want to just
You want to be sober?
Yeah, I want to be sober. I don't want to forget this. I don't have to be on Quaaludes for once. All right, so here we go.
Okay.
So
I'm tied to the bed.
You're there for like a half hour, but it seems like eternity. And even though you're wriggling around on the bed and you're completely pissed off and you don't know why you went, And you're even like maybe crying a little bit because you're very emotional. I saw you like on Phil Donahue with your parents and everything. You got all weepy and stuff. That's good.
And also, you know, the ropes on the wrists and the ankles, they start hurting.
No, it's not even that tight. It's not even that tight. It's just the frustration. Hey, I'm in Saint-Tropez. I'm not used to this. I'm Suzanne Somers. What is this? You know, I've been treated as like a princess.
And I have control issues, so now I'm tied to the bed. This is not dealing well with my psyche.
And your full D-cup breasts, which obviously you do have a D-cup. I don't think I'm telling things that are not. I think that's obvious.
That's on her resume.
Alan, right? You checked Suzanne's bra. You have a D, right?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, come on. What is the big deal? I mean, we're all adult here, for God's sake. You have a D, obviously. You have a very full cup.
They're all mine.
Okay. It's a very full cup. You never had implants or anything.
Never bought them.
And they're there. And even though, you know, they're there and, like, you're just so naked. Yeah. And I come back in the room.
Okay, so I'm tied up. I'm naked.
Yeah, and now I come back in a half hour and you're screaming. And the whole time you were twisting there on the bed, you got very sexually excited, you noticed. And you're mad that you're sexually excited, but this is ridiculous.
Alan is saying yes.
Alan likes this. All right, so you're really sexually excited. This is how I see us.
I'm lying on my back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you're pissed and everything, but at the same point, you know, like, hey, I could use something here.
Well, she's also happy to see you.
Yeah. So I come in, and so I come in, and you're like, Howard, I want to go home. I hate this. I hate you. I miss that. And even meanwhile, you're like, the hate is mixed with a little bit of like frustration here. And I don't say a word.
Yeah.
I just get my bowl of hot soapy water. All right.
Hot soapy water.
Yeah.
Now what's he doing?
And now you're going, oh my God, what's going to happen here? Is there an enema involved here? I don't want that. I don't like that. No, I just come back with my hot bowl of soapy water. Okay. And
what? I
feed you soap.
Oh.
No.
Soap soup.
No, I mean, and even you are like, you know, Howard, I have to get up. I have to go to the bathroom. I said, Suzanne, you're no stranger to go to the bathroom in the bed. Go ahead. Go ahead. And that even turns you on more because I'm digging it. I'm not laughing at you.
This is like cool to you.
Yeah, I'm not like one of those kids laughing at you. I'm saying, hey, I like that. That's something I think you should keep up doing.
Yeah. You are sick, Howard.
Right, I know.
I was going to say, and you know, you don't want her to stay with you forever. Once she gets out of that bed, she's out of there.
I'm worse than Alan. I actually have her tied down so she can't run away. Alan just keeps an eye on her. And like you're getting embarrassed and everything because you don't want to wet the bed in front of me. And I say, okay, I'll throw up to make you comfortable. And then I puke, and then you... No, come on, no, I'm just kidding. No, stop it.
Even with my baby, I couldn't...
All right, can I tell you the rest of this? Can I tell you this?
Okay, all right. Eliminate the vomit, because now you sort of destroyed the whole picture.
Okay, please.
It's starting to happen.
Wait a second. So you were really sexually aroused, and I'm there with this bowl of soapy water, and now you're getting nervous because, like, what kind of kink is this idiot into? Yeah. And you're really... But yet, you're still kind of sexually excited. Yeah. And here you fouled the bed, and, you know, it's like... And I just pull out the sheet from under you and everything, and it's cool.
Cool.
But that was really a turn on for you.
You're an earthy guy.
Right.
Yeah.
I take a razor blade and I say, you know, you've got to be clean for me.
Oh, dear.
And I shaved you. Huh?
That's just getting sick now.
Sick.
Wait a second. You asked what was going to go on in Saint-Tropez. What is it, Alan? You're checking the watch?
No, I can't.
Jealous?
7:15 a.m. We're talking about vomiting and shaving.
What? No, vomiting and shaving.
What? That's all he said.
Jesus, Jackie, calm down, huh?
Sorry?
I heard what you heard. Yeah.
Yeah. Said vomiting and shaving, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So now I don't like the shaving part.
No, of course you don't. That really pisses you off. You're not happy. This is called bondage. You don't like it.
I don't like it.
And
you
like it. You're mad at me. You're yelling at me through all this. But guess what? You're excited. And I sense it.
Anybody with a razor that near to my hoo-ha.
Listen to me.
It makes you excited.
Yes, you were excited.
Not necessarily a good thing, Howard.
No, but you're turned on. I mean, you're so turned on that I have to close all the screens in the room. The flies are coming in, okay? You are
they don't have screens in Central.
Oh, they don't?
Right.
Well, okay. But anyway, let's assume I can get screens. I know people in Central.
Let's get past the razor.
All right.
Fast.
All right, we're past that. Now you're laying there. Now you're laying there.
Yeah.
And I'll speed up the fantasy.
And I'm looking like a 16-year-old.
I do an hour of foreplay on you that drives you nuts. And I mean the kind that Alan stopped doing probably a few years ago.
Actually, never mind. Okay, now, keep going, Howard. This is getting interesting.
I've got the 2 clothespins on, and I'm ready to go. There's no problem.
2 you need.
Of course. Sometimes 5. It depends who I'm with. With Suzanne, I probably don't need any. But I bet you're wonderful. And then you're going wild. You're like, oh, my God, this is really turning me on. And I'm doing this to you because, obviously, I'm inadequate. I don't pack enough potential down in my pants. So I know that that's ultimately going to be a disappointment. So you are writhing. I mean, you're right. You're willing to accept anybody at this point. And then finally it's me. And you're hungering for me. And then I untie you. And you ravish me.
Well,
that's it. That's your first sexual experience with me. Out of the box.
I think
we don't even.
Was your first sexual experience with me.
Yeah. No.
And your last. And your last.
Yeah, and you want to know something? You're sitting there dizzy. I see it in your eyes. And Alan is dizzy.
You sound like, though, you sound like all those demented people who say, yeah, but she's going to love it.
Yeah. There are people listening.
No, but there's a trust now built up. I did it to excite Suzanne because she's been with Alan for 100 years. And I did research. I know Alan is small, too, so Alan, you might want to try that.
I got to research it.
Well, I have to research everything. Suzanne, let's take a break. Do you have time, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a break.
Is that why you hugged Alan?
Yeah, just to tell if you... Yeah, I didn't feel anything in his pants.
And what about Howard, Alan?
Oh, there's nothing there. Thank you, Alan. That was nice of you. All right, Suzanne Somers is here with her husband / executive producer / stalker.
What he does on the show.
Right, we're going to find out. When we come back, Suzanne is going to explain to us what the new show is. And more importantly, Alan will tell us what he is going to do on the show. Because Suzanne's afraid to ask Alan what he's going to do on the show. So I will intercede for them. And the Suzanne Somers show, people say, well, I haven't seen this show. September 12th is the debut.
Monday.
That's why we will be taking the day off, Robin, so we can watch. It'll be on different times around the country?
Yes, here at 10.
10 a.m. That's perfect, because we'll be off.
It's CBS.
So you're saying right after the Howard Stern show, you can go watch Suzanne Somers' show.
Exactly.
And the show will be an hour?
Morning, yeah.
All right, let's find out about this when we get back. What will be on the show?
Okay.
And I will find out if it's the proper show for me. Right after these words. How many more months left on my contract? You'll see, you're getting a talk show, Suzanne, but I'm going to tell you something. You'll be like me counting the days so you get rid of it. How long a contract?
I heard you the day that it was announced. You said, oh, yeah, that's what we need, another talk show.
Listen, there's so many yentas already on TV. They have one more. It's ridiculous. But you know what it is? I'll tell you why I'd watch your talk show. Plain and simple.
Why is your show different? I keep hearing that in your promo.
I'll tell you why the show is different. She keeps saying she's different. She don't even know why she's different. I'm going to tell her why she's different. And I'm going to tell this to her executive producer husband,
all right,
Alan.
So he'll know.
First of all, let me hear Alan answer the question. Why do you think Suzanne Somers is different? Go ahead. You're the executive producer. Tell me the answer.
Different about her
He
show?
doesn't know.
Different from what?
Why is her show different from the other shows?
Sell, Alan, sell. This
Tell
is
me
your
why it's
opportunity.
different.
Sell.
Go ahead. Yes.
Because.
No, be serious.
Okay.
Yeah, tell him what you told the people.
Look how he's on the spot. He can't answer.
He doesn't
let me
know.
talk. Let me talk.
Pretend you're in your pitch meeting, Alan.
Okay, let me talk.
Okay, relax and just
Alan.
be the one that I know.
Alan, it's your chance to be in the spotlight now.
Okay.
Not Suzanne.
She's the most extraordinary woman I've ever met.
Okay. Why is the talk show different, though? What segments, what about the show is different?
The show is different for the same reason that Leno and Letterman have different shows. Leno is different from Letterman.
Wrong answer.
Suzanne is different.
Wrong answer.
Oh, well, excuse me.
Wrong answer. The reason Suzanne Somers is different.
Maybe you should be the executive producer.
Well, of course I should be the executive producer, and Suzanne already knows it. Alan's just about got his bags packed.
You're losing your job.
Yeah, you better mellow out there, Alan. Don't worry, I don't have time to be the executive producer. The reason your show is different, and no one has identified this yet, and it's going to sound a little weird and sexist.
Okay.
You are one hot broad. What you are exuding today is total sensuality. Now listen to me. They're going to get you on that show and make you look like Kathy Lee Gifford.
No, there's
dress you
first
up.
of all, there's no they.
Listen to me.
They is me.
Yes, no. Listen to me. Don't talk so much. That's your problem also. You don't listen.
You're doing a talk show, but you shouldn't talk.
First of all, don't call it the Suzanne Somers Show. Call it the Beautiful Breast Show.
Oh.
Now listen to this.
That'll really grab the ladies in daytime. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding around about the name, but listen to me seriously.
No, he wasn't.
You've got something. When you were on Three's Company, you wore sexy little outfits.
Yes, those floppy shorts.
The fact that you have an ability to speak well, you've got an interest in people, that's all beautiful. Letterman is a comedian, so you watch his comedy. Howard Stern is goofy, so you watch him be goofy. Suzanne Somers is sexy. You've got to play that. You're going to play that down, and don't. Come out in mini skirt. Let me tell you something. I hate Kathy Lee Gifford with a passion. She is everything vapid and vacuous about the business. There is nothing palatable about her.
She has that quick wit. You don't like that?
She has no wit. She's a moron. She is a dope.
She's
a nitwit. You know what nitwit is?
She's likable. She's friendly.
Regis. Regis is sexier. But listen to me. Listen to me.
Okay, but I want to say
I don't like her but I have to watch her because she wears. They get her in the miniskirt once in a while, and I'm looking at the legs, and I'm thinking about what I'm going to do to her. Now, this is how the male population thinks, and the women, meanwhile, respect sexy women. They like a good-looking woman. They don't respect ugly women.
But what is sexy? Sexy is not what you're wearing.
I mean a low-cut top. No, wrong. Wrong answer. Sexy is a low-cut top, mini pants,
covered up
hot
today.
pants. Yeah, you're covered up, but I can visualize.
Oh, you're undressing her with your eyes.
Let me tell you why it's different.
Sexy is not Alan.
Let me tell you why
it is you.
Different.
That's why it's different.
No, actually, Alan is very sexy. That's
Wear sheer tops for big ratings.
That'll really pull in those ladies.
I'm telling you, I swear.
You know what? Women really like.
I've got to kiss you. Come here.
Women like
Alan,
me.
turn your head.
I'll tell you why it's different.
Okay, go ahead. You're persistent.
When you everybody thinks Alan is the whole power behind this thing.
Go ahead. It rests on your shoulders. Either you're going to be good or that's it. Go ahead.
What do you like about Regis? When you watch Regis...
Topless cooking segment.
When you watch Regis...
Go ahead.
We have a sense of who he is. We know on the days when he's pissy. That's it. You know, he comes in sometimes, he's in a bad mood.
Well. I had a terrible night. I had a terrible night. Joy, I left my child, the one with no arms and legs, I left him in the wheelchair and didn't support him. I had a real pissy night. Yeah, I get you.
But that's him just acting. That's Regis acting. But there are days when he's got a real edge. When you know, I don't know what happened, but he's and you can see he's a little irritated with Kathy. Or he's a little
hold it.
It's very clear when he's irritated with Delman.
Do you know why Regis is popular?
I'm telling you why I think he's popular.
No, he's not popular for any of those reasons. I'll tell you why Regis is popular.
We've got a real sense of who he is.
Wrong. Regis is popular because there's absolutely nothing on against him. And as soon as they put up anything, if they took the Ricky Lake show and put it up against Regis, Regis would have a 0.5.
Now
you got to get black people on your show arguing. You got to get them yelling at each other and screaming at each other like wild maniacs. You got to get a black audience and let them yell at black people on the stage and white trash people.
I think that's why she's different.
And be topless. And I mean, wear a thong. I am there with a 30 share.
I really wish you were producing my show. What is it? That would be
Alan, you're going to run her right into the ground. I can see already.
But you know, I think the only way it succeeds is if you are
some girl
real, and if you're not phony.
So is that how you're going to be?
Yes. Let's see if you're real. Are you attracted to me at all on any level?
She is. She told me.
No, not you, Alan.
She told me.
No. I want to know if you're going to be real on TV.
And I'm attracted to you.
I'm asking you a question. I want you to answer honestly. You've been thinking too much. No, excuse me, Alan. You afraid of the answer, Alan? Pal.
I'm attracted to Jewish men.
Well, I'm full Jewish then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like their savvy and their smarts. And
I asked you a direct question. You're avoiding the question.
I think you're very smart.
Do you think
I think that you just love shocking people.
We'd love us together.
No.
You do not?
No.
Are you just saying
that? It's that razor and it's that rope.
All right, forget the razor and the rope. I don't ever do any of that. No, you admit. All right, let me see how honest you are. How many times a night you and Alan really make love? See, underpants right now. See, you can't answer. You gotta let. You see, this is the problem. This is gonna be hard for you. You gotta let down all that Hollywood crap, and you gotta.
I am.
Are you wearing panties right now?
I'm not.
Alan, get lost. Will you just leave the room? I'm making out with you.
See, what I want to do on the talk show.
You see, you're going to have to break... Alan, you've got to get her to break these walls.
Is Alan a voyeur?
Does Alan like to watch?
Very, very much.
Yeah?
Obviously.
So you got to practice. I got to train you.
What are you doing right now?
I ask you a question, the first thing that pops into your mind, you answer.
Oh, this is word.
No, what I'm trying to
How
do...
big are your cups? You just go deep.
What I'm trying to not do is answer your question.
Are you bushy? Yes.
Bushy.
Yeah, I don't like razors. You know what I'm saying? You got to say that. You have to shave. You have to shave for when you go to San Tropez.
When I watch talk show hosts, I like to know.
Yes.
Like I love watching Dave Letterman because I
get everything I do.
Because I get a sense of who he likes and who he doesn't like.
Right.
What kind of women he likes. What kind
So are you willing to take a guest that you don't like and sort of give him the cold shoulder?
Yeah, that's what I hope have. Not the cold shoulder, because I'm.
Why would you have him on the show to give him a cold shoulder?
I'm not rude. But if somebody, is a jerk,
you would tell them.
No, I just let it hang there.
No, you got to tell them. No, watch this, Jackie. You are a jerk.
Right.
You see what I mean? It works.
But see, that's not my style. My style is not to...
Did you ever have your teeth fixed, or they just like that?
They like that.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous lips and teeth. And that's your regular nose? No nose job, nothing?
No nose job.
Wow. And no breast implants?
None.
How much you weigh?
112.
Oh, that's the perfect weight for any girl. Any of you girls listening out there, if you don't weigh 112, you're in trouble. Fantastic. You're a fantastic woman.
Yes, but not. No, I don't mean yes, but on the talk show.
You know what I would do with you?
She means yes.
On the talk show.
I would love to breed with you. You don't have kids, do you?
Yeah.
You got kids? You got kids in a body like that?
I have a son who's 30.
Did you have a tummy tuck?
No.
Really?
She's very young, obviously.
I was a teenager.
It's the best. Have sex when you're a teenager, get the kid out of the way, and then get back to working on your body.
Can you imagine a 30-year-old man walking in here and saying, "Hi, Mom"?
I know.
That's amazing.
I'd love to. I'd love for you to be my mother.
It's a very...
Did he ever see you naked when you were growing up?
Did you breastfeed?
Did you breastfeed your son? Did you? You did, didn't you?
I wish I did. I wish I did at that time.
If you want to go, you know what I'll do? I'll hypnotize you. We'll regress you, and I'll pretend to be your son.
That's one of the things I wish I did in life. But it's very interesting having a 30-year-old son.
But he wants to breastfeed now.
Myself young.
Yes, you are young.
Because we're very close in age.
Yes, you're almost like brother and sister.
At times,
almost like boyfriend and girlfriend. It wouldn't be wrong.
No, the roles switched because for so many years.
You imagine it's your mom. I could never deal with this being my mother. Imagine Suzanne Somers walking in like this to school, and all the kids are
You wouldn't like having all the guys love your mother.
No, I know a guy who had a mother like that. Yeah. He had a real hot mother growing up.
Did it mess him up?
Oh, real bad, because we used to go, hey, Robbie, your mom's hot. And he was like, oh. And we'd go over to the house not to see Robbie, we'd go over to see his mom.
I think it's hard when they're teenagers. I think it's really hard on them. But
and what is your son?
Loves having me as a mother.
And what does your son call Alan? Grandpa?
For a long time, he called him something else.
Oh, really? Didn't like Alan. Well, listen, no one in the room likes Alan. Right, Alan? That's it. Yeah, there you go. That's right.
Initially, he didn't. He didn't like him for about 10 years.
Right. Oh. Really? All right, Suzanne. Let me wish you very much, let me wish you lots of luck on your new talk show, which will be debuting September 12th.
This Monday.
That's this Monday, the Suzanne Somers Talk Show. I will watch this show.
You're going to like it.
Oh, what are you going to wear the first show? Just explain your outfit to all the guys at home, what you're going to wear your first show.
This is not a show for all the guys. I want you to just like me.
But women like to see you in different outfits, too.
I wear great clothes, but I don't wear talk show host clothes.
Well, okay, what are you going to wear?
I wear cowboy boots.
And culottes?
Sometimes jeans.
With pink socks?
Not pink socks.
You wear cowboy boots with like a mini skirt?
Sometimes I wear a short skirt.
You want my advice?
I'm dressing the way I like to dress for me.
First guest, John Ritter.
I would like to put that out there right now. John, if you're listening, I would really love to have John Ritter come on, and I would like to patch up whatever there is to patch up.
Yeah, you could have a three-company reunion, right?
I would really enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I want to do before I die
is make love to me.
Is I really want to make love with you.
Yes, and we're gonna.
Yeah. Okay.
And you, of course, if we tell Alan, he'll be suicidal, and if you tell my wife,
unless we let him watch. The other thing, besides making love to you, Howard, before I die, is I really don't want to have any unresolved relationships, any ick.
Oh, what are you into, like reincarnation or something? You didn't get kooky on me, did you?
No. I just don't like having ick with people.
Really?
So there's some sort of
you should see my life.
There's some sort of ick between John and I that I don't understand that I would like.
There's going to be ick between you and me tonight, in a way you don't even know yet. I'll be thinking about you.
Right.
Ick is going to be all over the place.
That's the very right word for that.
You and I tonight, honey, whether you're there or not.
Probably do ick.
Lots of ick. There's going to be ick between us, so you better clear that up right now. All right, listen, Suzanne. Understood. What ick?
This is you know what I mean. I didn't get weird.
You just want to be able to walk anywhere and have all these things resolved.
Well, it just uses up a lot of energy to not have.
Well, you don't have to be icked. Ritter can stay icked if he wants.
I'm not. If he is, I hope he's not.
I want to thank you.
If he's not, I want him to come on the show.
I want to thank you for two things.
Yeah.
Number one, you took your jacket off during the last commercial break.
You really made me warm in here.
Why don't you take your shirt off?
Nervous.
All right, take it easy. I'm just kidding.
You actually, I felt nervous coming in today, and I usually don't feel nervous around people. And I said, because it's so unpredictable, and also, this is the way I felt the first night I opened at the MGM Grand. When I walked down the hall here, I said, I feel like I'm going to the electric chair.
Yes, well, don't feel that. Now you will come back and feel comfortable?
Nice.
Oh, I am nice. Very nice guy, yes.
You get a little weird sometimes. But,
hey, look at Alan.
Yeah.
Talk about weird. All right, so listen.
And you are shocking. You did shock me.
Can we hug goodbye?
Huh?
Is that wrong, Alan? I mean, I don't know. Can we hug goodbye? Now, why is that wrong? You hug that Patrick Duffy. It's acting. I won't tie you up. I just want to hug you goodbye.
I hugged him. He's okay.
Because you're about twice as big as me.
I swear I'll be a gentleman.
You know, my head comes to your waist.
I just want to say I hug Suzanne Somers.
Yes, really.
You know, when
Can I stand on the desk?
Yeah. I don't care. Yeah, that would actually be helpful. Please, just rub those beauties against me. Anything. I don't care. As close as we can get.
You're making her feel more comfortable now, I'm sure.
No, I mean, can I just hug you goodbye? I mean, you hug lots of guys goodbye.
Yeah, I see, but now it's taken... See, if you hadn't asked...
No.
Really, if you hadn't asked, then I would have, and it would have been cool, because...
Come on, hug me goodbye.
But now I know you're going to hug me, and you're going to press me.
No, I'm not. I won't do anything. I'm a gentleman.
No, you're not. I am.
You're
not a gentleman. And
I just want to hug Suzanne Somers goodbye.
You're trying to get a feel.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I would never do that.
Ever
I would No, that is rape, and I would never do that.
Okay.
What?
If you to touch someone against their will?
No, it's the pressing. It's the pressing. You're trying to get a free press.
No, please. I'll hug you from behind. How's that?
I can't believe
All right, so you're not going to hug me goodbye?
I'll hug you next time I come.
Oh, yeah. All right. Listen, if you don't want to hug, I'm very hurt. To say the least, I'm very hurt. But all right, I will deal with it.
I'll hug you off camera, because then you're. Oh,
come on, let's hug right now.
No, because on camera, see,
No, I won't do anything.
That microphone gives you what's
libido.
The word?
Libido.
No. It gives you
id.
Power. It gives you. It takes
makes
away
you
your
crazy.
It takes away
your inhibitions.
Yeah.
Will you hug me if Alan is in the middle?
Yeah.
That you would do?
Yeah.
Alan, are you up for that?
Is the Robin Bird show still on?
Why would you ask me? I don't know. I don't get cable. I have cable vision on Long Island. I don't get anything.
Doesn't show Robin Bird out there.
All right, I can see the hug is going to happen. I'm certainly not hugging Alan again. Suzanne, good luck with the TV show. Okay. September 12th.
Monday. This coming Monday.
This coming Monday. It'll be on everywhere. Just check your newspaper, and you can see Suzanne. She'll be wearing cowboy boots and mini skirts, which I'm looking forward to. And it'll be taped when? It will be taped that Monday?
No, we've done 20 of them.
Oh, so you already know the first show?
Yeah.
What are you wearing again? The mini skirt and boots?
I don't know if on the first show I am, but that's one of my very, very at home.
I'd love to costume you.
What kind of a set? Do you have one of those?
It's actually a replica of my house that I've lived in for 20 years.
Oh.
Why don't you do a show on like Penoise, and then like you have to model too? You know what I mean? Like a fashion show.
I used to do that.
Oh, yeah, I can bet.
No, in my early years of modeling, when I was making money, I used to work in a thing called the Wolves Den in San Francisco at Christmas.
Ever make love to celebrities before Alan?
A couple.
Really? Who'd you get?
I'm not going to tell you.
Gabby Hayes and who else?
No, come on, who was it?
It must have been in your book. Tell us.
Come on, you wrote it in the book.
No, I didn't reveal them.
Oh.
Why?
Well, because no one was really important other than Alan, and my focus.
Well, you got her brainwashed.
My focus in that book was our relationship and how dysfunctional it was.
James Caan, you met him up at the Playboy Mansion.
Everybody's been with James Caan.
Were you with Jimmy Caan?
Warren Beatty. Everybody's been with Warren.
George
Beatty.
Hamilton.
Never George Hamilton.
James Caan.
No.
Really? Seriously?
No. I've been very selective. I can count on my
Jack
two
Nicholson?
hands.
Jack Nicholson?
He'd be interesting.
You had him.
No, I did not.
Who could it be?
Fred Norris?
Fred Norris?
Yeah. You never had him?
Lorne Green.
Lorne Green from Bonanza?
Jim Lang.
Jim Lang, the host of the dating game. Very good guy. All right. Suzanne Somers. Next.
I was on the dating game.
Yeah, I know. I've seen clips of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, I always believe that show. Like Suzanne Somers needs a date.
Sure, she went on that date.
Yeah, she can't find anybody.
I didn't go on the date.
Oh no.
I took the stereo.
Oh, is that right?
I did.
Like you were the Bachelorette, and you got to pick guys, and then you just backed out of the date?
And then I decided to take the stereo.
What was he, a real loser?
He just...
he wasn't
the idea of going to Bermuda with this guy seemed like a really long evening. Yeah.
James Garner you made love to, didn't you?
No.
What?
No.
You were not a lover of his?
Burt Reynolds.
No.
Burt Reynolds?
No.
Lawrence Henderson.
See, I'm interested.
Ray Walston from My Favorite Martian? Wally Cox?
Castro would be interesting.
Castro?
Yeah.
We're not talking about
Arcos. Yeah.
Jimmy Farentino?
We're talking about who
I like old guys.
Alan?
I found the oldest.
All right, so you're not going to give up the names. All right, very good. Suzanne Somers.
Well, when you have her tied up on that bed, you make her...
Oh, yeah, she'll be talking plenty. I'll get plenty out of her. Alan, you know who her sexual past, or you never ask?
I never ask.
You liar.
I don't want to know.
You're like me. Whenever my wife brings up her old boyfriends...
Since you write...
You could puke from these guys.
What the difference is, I want to know everyone he's ever been with and what it was like. Women are different.
You're the only one Alan's been with. That's what
right. Right.
Well, you got someone famous? What, in Canada, Alan?
No, I've never slept with anybody other than Suzanne.
All right, take it easy.
Suzanne got Anne Murray or something.
Yeah, right.
Alex Trebek.
Yeah. Suzanne Somers' show is Monday. Make sure that you tune in because it's going to be the debut show. That's always the best show where there's a little nervousness in the air.
Oh, yeah, she's very excited.
Right. And tune in Monday, but you got to check your listings because it's a syndicated program.
Right.
But here in New York, for example, it's on 10 o'clock.
On Channel 2.
On Channel 7. Oh, Channel 2.
Yes,
Channel
CBS here in New York.
Right.
Okay.
You'll like it.
I know I will.
You will like it.
I'll like it as long as you wear the right outfit. Suzanne Somers.
Howard.
Thank you, Suzanne.
I want you to like me for my brains.
No, please. Everyone's got brains. Very few people have what you have. All right. Alan, I like you, too. You're a good guy. Yeah. Okay, and we'll take a break, and when we come back, Robin, I'll talk to you. We'll do the post-game analysis.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
We're trying to come up with names for Robin's book in here. That's what we were doing during the commercials.
You didn't see the last three that Fred submitted?
Yeah. I thought of a good name for your book. Remember, originally when I wrote my book, I was going to call it Mein Kampf, but they wouldn't let me do that.
Right.
So I called it Private Parts.
Right.
Mein Cans. Think about it for a second. Now listen. Now listen to me.
That's not what the story's about.
When it comes to you, there it is. Maybe it's a subtle thing. They're a struggle. They're struggling to get out of their bra.
Now listen to Freddie's title.
What, the 3 inputs of Robin?
No, that was one of the earlier ones.
Right.
He's got I'm busy.
Yeah.
I see the litter box is half full.
How about what is the meaning of my tattoo?
Or bring me the head of Troy Roberts.
How about get me the hell out of Baltimore?
That could be.
I like that.
I like that.
Out of Baltimore.
What is it, Gary? I mean, Jackie. Or whatever your name is.
Who are you?
I always call Jackie Gary because, I don't know, for some reason those names seem the same. Okay. I didn't mean it as an insult. Anyway, we're going to have Fran Drescher in here in a second from the Nanny. Yeah, how about I need to get laid? That's not bad. I like it. We're going to have Fran Drescher in here in a minute, but we have to take care of some business first. We have a couple of things going on. First of all, for those of you who are tuning in, we got a really good review on our TV show. Really good. This comes out of some magazine called Cable World.
Okay.
But evidently...
What?
I mean, does anybody get this thing?
No, I don't think so.
But I mean, it's a real magazine, in fact, because I talked to a television executive the other day and said, hey, I saw Cable World. So evidently they read it.
Oh, okay.
Easy Street, it says. Stern scores, but jury's out on Q&E. That means, they're reviewing my show and the E! Channel in general.
Yeah,
and they're saying,
new product.
And they're saying our show is great, the Howard Stern show is great, but the genius, Brandon Tartikoff.
Is he behind Q&E?
Yeah, that's one of his programs. He's such a friggin' genius. But his show ain't so good.
He's so funny.
Yeah, he's such a genius. He ran NBC. He's such a genius. No, when you run NBC, you don't develop programs. Some idiot develops programs out there. They bring them to you, and you say, okay, I'll put this on. That's what they do.
Yeah, good when you say, I'll put that on.
So people think that Brandon Tartikoff knows something.
If you can pick good programs, you must be able to create good programs.
No, it doesn't work that way. No. It's just life doesn't work that way. He's good at picking programs, not producing programs.
See, they should have hired him as an executive to pick programs.
They did, and he wasn't satisfied with that.
I see.
Every guy who's hired to pick programs and is good at it, then they start thinking, wait a second, I'm meeting all these nitwits who can produce programs. It's like every general manager I ever had. They said, hey, Stern's an idiot. If he can do that, maybe I could do a radio show. He's not so good.
You know, you're probably right, because now I'm thinking Grant Tinker, he went off to make programs after he was so good.
And you know what he's doing now?
Nothing.
Nothing. He's tickling his ass with a feather.
Fred Silverman, same thing.
Yeah. These guys can't make it. So it's so great. You know, Brandon Tartikoff, he don't know what he's doing, but Howard knows what he's doing. Oh, Howard knows. Howard knows. Let's see.
Who wrote this, by the way? Might as well give him credit.
A man called a great, by the way, I happen to know of this guy. He's a fantastic reviewer. A very bright guy named Alan Bresnick. Who, by the way, is one of the top minds in television review.
Dean of TV review.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the right breaks. But I'm telling you, this guy is very, very intelligent. Says, not every program on E is inspired. They've already canned news weasels.
Oh, was that...
Yeah. They tried to give me... They said, would you host news weasels? I said, not if your life depended on it. Because they brought me in a room, they showed me... It was a show of news clips, and you get to comment on the news clips like we do with the news.
Right.
And it was a clip of lawn growing.
Yeah, because you never can get the good ones.
Yeah. So I go, what would I say about it? Oh, can't you say something funny about that? I said, what? About a lawn growing? You mean green grass growing? What's funny about that? So the show was like a bunch of clips of these goofy guys. You know, the guys were okay.
From all over the world because they couldn't use the real news.
The show was so bad, the two news weasels themselves wouldn't watch it, I heard. That was a rumor going around. They had never seen it. So they canceled that. Now E! executives have this Brandon Tartikoff show. But he says, you know, everything's going bad, which I like. Despite some early technical problems, E! probably won't have to worry about replacing the Howard Stern radio show for quite a while. The new half-hour program, which runs 6 nights a week, is nearly ideal for a channel that regularly serves up entertainment tidbits, celebrity gossip, and other stuff, with a cooler-than-thou attitude. A tightly edited version of Stern's nationally syndicated morning radio program, Howard Stern presents a tamer, less obnoxious, more lovable Howard than radio listeners. See, because you can see me smiling sometimes.
That's what people tell me.
Yes. I'm very good on television.
When you see him say these nasty things, he doesn't seem so bad.
Yeah, good, fine, whatever. We watched Stern at work in his cramped WXRK studio in Manhattan, moaning about his sex life, trading insults with his staff, grilling celebrity guests about their sex lives, with a blitz of outrageous questions. Listen, the point is, I've always said this is a television show. What Letterman is a television show and this isn't?
What's he doing that's so different?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Robin. It's very funny at times because Stern's crass comments often come from so far out in left field and his guests are often a good match for him. They're counting the Fran Drescher Senior VP program. He said she's counting on Stern's show to eclipse Talk Soup as the network's most popular program. It already has.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that a...
Yeah, is that a tough... On the other hand, Brandon Tartikoff's Q&E is no cinch to succeed. Hosted by Eleanor Mondale. Gee, I wonder how she got that job. The weekly half-hour show is almost pure fluff. Good. I like being the most successful thing on E! I don't want to...
It's only once a week, that show?
That's right. But Brandon, gee, imagine if you had to do a show every night.
Yeah, really?
I think your head would spin. He should go back to programming a network. He's good at picking shows, not producing.
Yeah, tell the E! people just to bring the shows they are thinking of putting on to him and ask him if he likes them.
Exactly. And then he can critique.
That's the only thing he can do.
He's good at critiquing, not creating. There are few people who can create. Many can critique.
And remember that, critics.
He should point things out, not make.
He's a pointer.
Not a maker. Thank you. There you go. A pointer. Brandon's a pointer, not a maker. I'm a maker. Not a pointer. I don't point out. I make.
You can point to what you can make.
While I'm making, I'm pointing. Thank you.
Making and pointing.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Robin. In other Stern Show news, Cleveland now, I have one of the television reports.
Oh, good, because I would want to remind people that trial has taken place.
Well, let's listen to the news report right out of Cleveland. The trial has taken place. The guy who cut the wires The guy who cut the wires to our broadcast in Cleveland has gone before the judge and copped a plea. He took a plea. And you're saying, hey, Howard, what's that all about?
Yeah, we expected a trial.
If the guy is guilty, why don't they just try him? Well, because according to my sources, the prosecuting attorney might have gotten him to squeal. Because I have always believed that he wasn't the only guy involved.
There's going to be a larger investigation.
Right.
Well, the man who cut the wires on Howard Stern's radio show this summer is now pleading guilty, and as Ted Hart reports, prosecutors revealed for the first time they are collecting evidence to show William Alfred may not have acted alone.
Ah, the lone gunman theory doesn't work now.
Let me ask you something. Did they cart him off to jail right after that trial, by the way?
I assume.
He did plead guilty.
He is not able to resume the cognizance.
There's no appeal.
I insist on having a custody of the business.
I heard he ran off to the grassy knoll right after the sentencing.
He's in the school book depository.
Yeah.
Hiding.
It was a different-looking William Alfred in court today, and all full of yes, Your Honors, no, Your Honors, and...
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
The Howard The remote broadcast in June was a huge promotion for WNCX radio. At the time, Alfred was employed as an engineer for competing radio station WMMS.
We've actually had our wires cut.
The act of sabotage knocked out a radio show that was being broadcast coast to coast to more than 4 million listeners. Assistant County Prosecutor Craig Weintraub says he now believes Alfred may not have acted alone, that his bosses at WMMS may have had a hand in it.
And that means they lose their radio stations. The government doesn't look kindly on these acts of sabotage.
And that's a lot of radio stations.
Yeah.
I think somewhere down the line that some people at another station, that WMMS in particular, might have to face a grand jury.
WMMS operations manager John Gorman has admitted in the past to milder forms of disruption.
Yeah.
He says he did arrange for a plane and a helicopter to fly overhead.
Yeah, but he would never cut a wire. He's arranging for planes and helicopters.
Yeah, it costs a lot more.
And he's management, and management involved in this kind of sabotage means you lose your radio licenses. And they deserve it, because don't you see what's happened in America? You talk about values. I don't care if kids see on TV sex. That sex is no problem with me. This is what I'm talking about. People vandalizing cars. When Larry King had on that kid who got the caning in Singapore, I did not watch, and I'll tell you why. I refuse to watch these people who are in acts of vandalism getting away with it. I refuse to watch that stuff. I'm not going to support that. And same with this. I'm not going to make a hero out of this kid. He's a big putz. And it's the same thing with this. This guy's going around. He's cutting wires. He's sabotaging shows. What happened to good old competition? Get on the radio and do something funny. What are you depriving people of programs for? What is your value system? What are you worried about cutting wires? And what? You don't think the management knew about this? Oh, I believe they did.
Well, they were also involved in stealing newspapers off stands.
Yeah, I mean, they were crazy I was coming to town.
Yeah.
First of all, what are you concentrating so much on me for? Concentrate on your own dopey programming that's losing ratings.
But he denies any involvement in the wire cutting. Stern said by phone in an exclusive interview this afternoon that he applauds the prosecutor's persistence.
I don't think there's a person in the world who doesn't believe that the management of WMMS knew exactly what was going on. And not only that, I don't think this employee would go off and do it on his own. I think it was way too involved to go off and do it on your own.
Alfred faces a maximum sentence of 2 years in jail.
Man, it's nothing coherent. They talked to me. I was in the middle of writing the movie.
Yeah, well, you didn't make much sense.
No, didn't matter. I didn't make sense to the whole phone. The guy called me, and I was, like, busy. Hey, what do you got, the prosecutor on the phone?
This is Craig Weintraub, the prosecuting attorney.
Oh, wow.
Not the DA, but the prosecuting attorney.
Oh, that's right.
Actually, assistant DA.
Oh.
Should we hear the rest of the newscast? And then, okay, wait.
The judge directed him to cooperate with police and prosecutors. Sentencing is set for later this month. Ted Hart, News Channel 5.
Still don't know if
we tried to contact John Gorman at WMMS for comment.
That's the guy I talked to, Ted Hart. I said, hey, Ted, man, I don't think I made any sense just now, but just put it on anyway. I don't care. I said I'm in the middle of writing a movie, and I'm a little busy. I said, but it's good that I think the prosecutor knows what he's doing. Let me talk to Craig.
Weintraub.
Weintraub. Very good, Gary.
Gary forgot.
Gary did. Craig, is that you?
It is, Howard.
May I call you Mr. Weintraub?
You may call me Craig if you'd like.
I'm more comfortable with Mr. Weintraub. I don't know you that well.
I appreciate that.
All right, Craig, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
What do you think? I got the question right at the tip of my tongue? I'm thinking for a second. Give me a chance. Do you think I'm as quick as an attorney? Craig, let me ask you this.
What law school did you go to?
Yeah, what law school did you go to? That's first we want to know.
Well, we'll give a plug to Cleveland Marshall. It's Cleveland State here.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, are you a suspect at all?
No, I did a thorough investigation. I am no longer considered a suspect.
You have done what I prayed you would do. And not just because it's me, just because the whole damn country is crazed with people who are committing acts like this. It's acts of vandalism. It's acts of terrorism. Lawlessness. And you know, everything's a big joke. Everything's a joke. Forget about the fact that it's my broadcast. There are millions of people who listen to the show or any radio show. What is it to cut wires and to damage other people's property? The same thing when people egg houses and they, I can't stand that. It's such a...
or spray paint cars or walls.
There's so much graffiti and people feel, who has to pay for all this? The taxpayers to clean it up.
Well, I agree, but I think the actions here go way beyond that.
Now, let me say something to you.
I'm glad you're taking this seriously.
I only prayed that you got this guy to sing. What you did was you didn't accept any kind of plea bargain. You said to the guy, look, I got you dead to rights. We got witnesses. We got you with the tools there and everything. You cut the wires. And you said, you know what, buddy? I'm going to prosecute you to the full extent of the law, unless you tell me what the hell went on that day and who the hell was involved. I suspect that's what you did.
Well, yeah, in a sense that's true. When I first got a hold of this case back in June, there really wasn't much of an investigation. So I worked on it, put it together. I talked to a lot of people, and initially I had about 7 witnesses. Nobody actually saw him cut the wires. Mm-hmm. So it was all circumstantial, and I'd have to prove it that way. But
like the OJ case.
Any DNA?
Like the OJ case.
Did you test for DNA?
No, but that was next, and if we have to do it, then we'll do it. Maybe we'll send it out to L.A.
Very nice.
They have the experts out there.
Where was AC during all of this? AC Collins.
Driving the truck.
And where was the white Bronco?
I think that was parked out in the parking lot of Tiffany.
But Craig, not to make a joke out of this.
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear my interview with Suzanne Somers?
No, I missed it. I'm sorry.
Watch it on E! tonight. Wait till you see this babe.
Well, unfortunately, I don't get E!
Oh, you don't?
No.
Well, join the club.
Another injustice.
Yes. Anyway, another thing that I think you're going to have to prosecute after you're done with this case. But in all seriousness, because this really does reflect on society and what's going on. In all seriousness.
No respect for law.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you, it just seems to me that after investigating this and listening to some of the statements from the individuals at WMMS, where they initially had a press release that said that they believe that he acted on his own and that they conducted their own investigation, and they're confident that people will come to a different understanding when the truth is made to the public. Well,
that's like Nixon's investigation of Watergate.
Yeah, I think it's difficult to be objective when you're doing your own investigation. Mm-hmm. So, and I think that now they're posturing in a different way, and I believe they released a statement yesterday that any further investigation will reach the same conclusion, and I definitely disagree with that.
Yeah, but in other words, without giving away too much, because I know you can't talk too much about the case, you have enough evidence now to go in front of the grand jury?
I'm working on it, but I think it's going to happen in the very near future.
So will there be more charges?
I am confident that there probably will be.
Mm-hmm. That's what I wanted to hear, because, I just love these guys letting this guy out. They're going to let him hang. He's going to take the rap, and these guys are going to continue to run radio stations and condone this kind of behavior. This is absurd.
Yes, if they get away with this, what's next? They will continue to do this kind of thing.
Well, that's the whole thing, and that in your industry that you're in, a lot of people the management level like to engage in these childish acts where you commented about the egg throwing and all that, but and that's what it is. You put signage at somebody else's events. You fly helicopters overhead, and I think that happened over at your funeral when you were here in Cleveland.
Well, believe me, that could have been a big catastrophe, too. What if the helicopter had crashed in and killed people?
Right, and that was bought and paid for by competitor stations.
Yeah, and I can't imagine they wouldn't be for cutting a wire. I mean, come on, what, I can't make that connection?
Right.
Oh, for goodness sake.
And you're not even an attorney, look at that.
Well, let me tell you something. Craig Weintraub, Esquire,
Limited?
Limited? No, Fred is limited. Not
I'm
Craig.
sorry, Craig. I didn't mean that.
Craig Weintraub, Esquire, let me tell you something. I support your actions, and I applaud you. I applaud your hard work, because I don't think people realize how much investigation you put into this.
Obviously, he said there wasn't much of an investigation done initially.
And I must tell you that it pleases me to see that there is a prosecuting attorney out there who not only is competent, that the taxpayers are paying.
And getting their money's worth.
Yeah, we're finally getting some results.
Well, I appreciate...
I better see some results on the O.J. case, but at least I saw it here.
Yeah. Listen, I appreciate your vote of confidence here.
Well, I certainly appreciate you, and I'm going to give you some free advice.
All right.
Get the hell out of Ohio if you want to make some money. You understand what I'm saying? All right, very good.
All right, Howard.
All right, Craig Weintraub, the prosecuting attorney on this case, and we look forward to the next...
grand jury.
The grand jury. Thank you.
Oh, is this guy in jail?
No, he's released on bond.
No.
What do you believe the sentence will be?
I don't know. That's up to the court, but he faces a maximum of 2 years.
Well, I'm sure you didn't whittle away that sentence or that potential sentence for nothing. Probably in exchange you got some good information.
I did.
Very good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, folks.
There he is, the great attorney, Craig Weintraub, Esquire.
Remember that name.
Yeah, remember that name. You're going to be seeing that.
I appreciate that.
You'll be seeing him on his next case. He's going to investigate Jackie's house. There's about 27 laws being broken right now. Thank you.
All righty.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right.
I'm going to jail.
Very good, Jackie. I mean, very good, Craig.
Whatever.
I have to take a break, then we're going to speak to Fran Drescher.
All right. The nanny.
The nanny. I thought about what I said earlier this morning. Maybe I won't bring it up.
Oh, you think not?
No.
She was talking about it in a magazine.
That was a long time ago. I don't know.
We'll see.
It might bring the whole thing down.
We'll test the water.
Fran, we're very happy for her. We backed her when everyone thought the show was a loser. Quite frankly, I thought the show was a loser.
I know you did. You didn't want to have her in when it was first coming on.
I had to walk out of there when you just started talking about that, because if you brought it up, I didn't want to be in there.
Yeah, right.
But, her and her husband own the show.
They own the nanny. They're very smart business people.
So they're thrilled.
They own a pasta place and a...
Oh, yeah, those croutons.
Yeah. Fran will be in here in a minute. That's a little tacky, that whole crouton business, quite frankly.
The croutons, I don't even remember exactly what they sell.
I think the croutons, we've said goodbye to them now that the nanny is successful.
She swears that the croutons kept them alive during the strike a couple of years ago.
Yeah, whatever. But I'll tell you one thing. We always had Fran on. So now that her show's a hit, she certainly owes us to come in here. Got a dynamite body and face on her. She got a voice that would stop a truck, though.
Her body looks just absolutely incredible.
Of course.
She's wearing a little, patent leather miniskirt.
Yeah.
Well, she always wears those little suits.
The tiniest waist.
Yeah, I'd have to really do her hard. All right.
It's a little thing, Howard. You're always thinking of hurting little ones.
Snap her in half.
Oh, what a way to go.
Yeah.
He's never gentle. It's always a break them.
But hang in there with us. Fran will be with us. She's very annoying to listen to.
Oh, stop that. I think her voice is interesting.
You think Marley Maitland's voice is interesting?
I do.
I am deaf, but I can talk to you very, very much.
I find all unusual voices interesting.
I think that my husband will
Great. Very good. But Fran is very
What are you trying to say with Fran's voice? You wish you were deaf?
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly what he said.
Hey, there's a good show. Fran debates Marley Maitland, whatever her name is.
What? What did you say? Can't you talk clearer? Yeah, talk clearer. I can't understand you, deaf bastard.
You're making Fran sound like a parrot.
I can't hear you, deaf bastard. I can't hear you. What do you want me to say? You want me to talk to you?
Can't you read my hands? You're not using your hands.
Here, read this. F you. Well, I can't hear you. You sound like you got croutons stuffed in your mouth.
Why don't you carry a pad?
Let me tell you something. You might have the #1 show, but I have to warn you when the sound turns off. Yeah. What? I don't give a good rat's ass what Robin Mook is going to be called.
What?
You know what I mean.
All right, very good.
How dare you?
How dare you, Marley Maitland. I work with her. All right, Robin, listen.
She likes liked your book, by the way,
Who?
Marley Maitland. Remember we got that message?
I like you very much.
Yeah, how come when I tried to call and book her, she wasn't interested?
I would love to hear you.
Come on our show.
You called Marley Maitland to book her on the show?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Boy Gary. Boy Gary from the Howard Stern Show. All right, listen, let's take a break. We'll bring Fran in.
Okay.
You think I should ask her about some...
We have to ask everybody everything. We don't shy away from questions. She could not answer if she doesn't want.
She talked to People Magazine about it.
And I think that you guys know each other well enough now.
Yeah, but maybe she'll get all depressed.
No. We can get off the subject then.
Just don't make light of it.
I won't. I don't think that's funny.
Jesus.
But I don't want to, I don't want to make a...
Jackie, don't laugh while she's...
Yeah, don't laugh.
Throw in a crouton plug.
Oh, you know how Jackie works.
All right, we'll take a break, and we'll discuss it. And we'll be with the very beautiful Fran Drescher, who is the Nanny, very successful network television program.
I was behind her all the way from the very beginning.
I got to admit, I said
it was a good show.
I said that show will be on 3 weeks. My kids love the Nanny.
It's a great show.
Yeah, they do. They love that show. They love the Nanny. I say, hey, I always tell the kids, I know her. And they're like, yeah, sure. How come she's never been over the house?
That's right.
Yeah, I said, well, I barely let your mother in the house. I'm going to let her in. All right, let's take a break. We'll be back. And Jackie New Rave joke page Martling ordered Jackie's 78-minute comedy CD, $10, free shipping and handling. Price includes 20-page color Jokeland catalog. Call 1-800-323-5464. Tomorrow night, hey, don't miss this. Jackie hosts Girls Night In.
What's that?
That's a pajama party live at 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. on the Adam and Eve channel. Congratulations on your career, Jackie. For info and raunchy jokes, call 516...
the Adam and Eve channel. You're talking about Eve.
516-922 on the Adam and Eve channel. Good going, man. I guess you don't turn down anything, do you?
No.
Yeah. Only when I offer him stuff.
Oh, sure.
I don't pay him enough. Adam and Eve channel must be paying him a fortune.
They made him a rich man.
But at least I'm on my own and I'm not under your wing. And now the world will realize how funny I am. It's all mine. I'll work for free as long as it's mine.
Now, what is it called? You're taking second billing to...
What is it, John?
No, I was out with Jackie, and he's like,
Sleepover?
hey, there's only one show business.
What?
About that Adam and Eve thing.
What did he say?
Hey, there's only one show business.
What is your joke? I don't understand.
He was saying about how, there's only one show business, so it's okay to do this, Adam.
Do you understand it's a Jackieism?
I didn't say
Lots of people would say, why are you doing that? And Jackie's contention is there's only one show business.
Yeah, well.
So any part of it is show business.
Yeah, no. Fran Drescher is in show business.
Yeah, Jackie's in hell.
If I know...
Jackie's on the closest thing to paying to be on television.
If I know Jackie, if I know how Jackie's mind operates, he's probably getting almost no money for this.
Right.
But you know what? It's a great place to hawk my products.
Right.
I can give mugs and videotapes.
Yeah.
And you never know who's watching.
It's a funny thing. I'll be walking down the street, and someone like George Slatter from Laughing just walking, hey, so you're on the Adam and Eve channel. See, you don't know.
I could get a cult following.
And then someone could see it, and then they put it on a bigger channel.
I could get discovered.
At least it's a chance for me to step out from behind Howard.
It's all mine.
If Howard asks me to do something, I will charge him as much as I possibly can. I have to make as much as he does. But if someone else does, I don't care what they do. I'll do it for free.
Now, what's your billing on the Adam and Eve show?
I'm going to make as much tomorrow night as I'm making 3 months on the E show.
What?
Let's see.
Say it again?
I'm going to make enough tomorrow night to cover 3 months on the E show.
So there.
Oh, well, there you go. Good for you. Well, hey, don't do that for me. Don't be on the E show for me, pal.
Although, I'm pretty ashamed what both of them are.
I can imagine this offer. All right, listen, Jackie, that's your hell. You live in it.
Now,
all right, go ahead. Where's Fran Drescher? This is not fair.
I gotta know.
We're going to talk about it later. I got to get Fran Drescher.
Hey, you know what I just found out about Fran? She's going to be in here with her dog.
Yeah.
Her dog was in that movie Cadillac.
That guy she's married to?
No. She's got her dog was in the movie Cadillac Man with her?
Yeah.
$1,000 a week the dog got.
Really? More than Jackie gets on the Adam and Eve channel.
Hey, that's right. I hate that dog.
There's only one show business.
Anyway, Fran Drescher. Try to keep in mind at home, guys, when you listen to her, that she's a really hot-looking girl, even though she sounds like your mother.
Get a picture.
So who should they imagine?
But she puts that voice on a little bit.
Well, they could imagine Fran. I don't have to remember what...
You know that show, The Nanny? She's on that.
She talks to Robin.
Yeah, she's a friend of the show. Let me. Ooh, wait, hold it. Let me soak it in. Yeah, man, so cute.
Okay.
So cute.
So we want you on E all the time now.
You're not wearing a bra.
The best one.
Why would you say that?
Wow. Let me soak you in. Let me.
That's all right. You
Let me
need
look.
to be up there even though I'm sitting?
You wearing panties or just pantyhose?
Pantyhose.
Pantyhose.
Do I need? I don't really need this.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Put your headphones on. So big
Her hair
deal.
is up so high she can't get that.
Yeah, believe me, it looks good.
Well, you know.
You look great. I don't know what Gary's talking about. Gary goes.
Gary, he was very complimentary.
No, Gary goes to me, walks in, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear how people talk behind your back? Do you? You don't care. You're good looking, so you can handle it. Gary goes to me. Hey, Howard. What a body on Fran, but you know it's real early in the morning. It looks like someone punched her in the face. This is what he said. No, I said, Lydia, he goes to me like that. I go, what do you mean by that? He goes, well, it's early for her. She'll be puffy.
Oh, you should have seen those.
You look
boys
younger.
in the green room.
You look younger and sexier.
John, Mark, they all came in. They all wanted to talk to me.
You look younger and sexier than I've ever seen you.
Oh, thanks. Well, I could say the same compliment to you. I guess it's success.
Yes, it is. The only person puffy in here is me and my pants. If you notice, my pants are puffed up.
Maybe that's what Gary meant.
Yeah, maybe that's it. What do you mean when you watch me on the E! Show, you find that I am sexier now? Do you? Yeah.
You look good. You
I
look
do?
thin.
Yeah.
Now I know why you wear glasses, though. This is early to be put on camera.
You're not kidding. It certainly is, my dear. Well, congratulations to you on the success of this Nanny. I gave it 3 weeks.
I always predicted that it would be a hit.
I didn't think it would be. I'll be honest with you. What do I know?
Everybody loved it.
Yeah, well, listen.
It was one of the highest tested shows for CBS.
I didn't think anyone could take your voice, but I got to tell you something. It's so funny. You're funny, and you look, and you know what it is? You don't look like a woman with that voice. You know the secret of your success. You're gorgeous.
I don't even think she sounds like that.
You got a nice
I think
ass?
she has a nice voice. She puts that on.
I think you do. I think you put it on a little bit. I've been told by people that you put on the voice a little bit.
I don't really think I put it on.
Oh, man.
You know, really, I mean, it's so weird because I was down in Orlando doing something for Disney World. My parents went there because they retired down in Florida. They wanted to be different. And my mom says, because I'm getting everybody always talks about the voice, and my mom says in the exact same voice, we never knew she had a funny voice.
Oh, that's funny. That laughed the whole thing.
You're an actress.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to...
Oh, let me tell you something. If somebody today offered her $1 million to be in a movie,
right,
and they said, but you know, the problem is you got the right look, honey. Obviously, you got a body that doesn't quit.
I say dub me.
No, you wouldn't. You would say, they'd say, but listen, we need you to talk like a temptress.
Somebody with a British accent.
I guarantee you. Fran, speaking a British... I'm hiring you now for a movie. I'm auditioning you, all right? It's the biggest movie of the year. You're going to star opposite Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. I need you, though, to be British and very alluring. We can't have you do the New York accent.
Very upper class.
Go ahead.
I can speak in a proper British accent. I can manage to do that quite well. But the thing is, nobody ever hires me to do that. I took classes.
Robin, show her. Speak British
I
with
learned
her.
how to speak.
Get her into it. Speak British with her, Robin. Speak to British.
Hello. I work with Charles Shaughnessy. He's British.
Go ahead, Robin. Do your British.
Good morning to you.
Come on. Sleepy.
See? How did you see?
Darling.
So you can do it. You know, your breasts don't look as big as usual.
Because I'm not wearing a padded bra today.
Is that right? No, seriously, I
usually wears the Wonder Bra.
I remember you with I remember you with bigger breasts. I remember you with bigger breasts.
Those were the days. I was younger then.
No. Seriously, what did you do?
She ran them off with all this work.
Oh, what are you?
Are
you a B?
Very small. I'm a B. Yeah.
I always thought you were a C.
No, you're confusing me with someone else.
I'm confusing you with Jackie. That's who it is. So now you're making a lot of money. You don't have to have a stupid crouton business anymore.
The croutons, meanwhile, I heard everybody was eating them. As you're putting them down, you're popping them in your mouth.
Right.
No, the croutons, I love the crouton business, and that gave me so much management skills now.
Yeah, great. That's just what you're looking for.
Running a company, it's all the
Are you
same.
still doing that?
Yeah, definitely.
And you, this show, The Nanny, you own the show. Your production company owns the show.
Well, we and Stern and Fraser and TriStar Studios.
Sounds like too many guys.
Too many hands in
No, Stern and Fraser is
owners.
a married couple. They're our executive producers.
3 owners equals no money.
Hey, we're first getting into merchandising. We're going to do a Nanny doll. Just pull a string and she whines.
Well, let me tell you something. My kids like that show. They would probably buy a Nanny doll.
I'm thrilled. I appreciate it.
Oh, excuse me. How silly of me. I apologize.
And salami, yes.
Yeah. Oh, you smell. Anyway, Fran, of course, has an interesting background. We all know it.
I think we might have actually...
But I've lost weight, so...
Talk to
we
her
did.
about this one.
I just remembered. We talked to once. Remember? You see, we were having all the...
You're getting at when I was a victim of a violent crime?
Yeah, Fran was raped.
Yeah.
Which is, like, not funny.
I know.
But,
well, have you noticed no one's laughing?
But I realized I brought it up one time on the air, right?
I mean, it's like, no, I don't think you ever did, but that was before we were televised.
Because we...
You've, like, sold out, and now you're going for the jugular.
Yeah, right. No. I was saying, well, how do you bring... I was talking to Robin earlier this morning. I said, hey, Fran Drescher's coming in, the nanny. And I said to her, I read in People magazine that she was, the victim of a violent crime.
That's how we like to call ourselves.
What do you mean? Like, people who've been raped don't want to say, hey, we were raped, because that makes you like a...
No, it's just, I don't know, you get categorized that way when you work with the police and when you work with... all of those things somehow you do. No.
Because everyone's like embarrassed to say it's rape, so they just go, oh, you were the victim of a violent crime.
No, I don't think so. No, I just think that's a technical term that when you unfortunately have to go through the process of the legal system.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's how you get classified, so you tend to, I don't know, pick up on it.
So I said to Robin...
It's not because it's a stigma. Bad things happen to good people. I'm sure there's no one in this room that's walked through life... You don't go through life unscathed.
Tell her, Jackie.
Bad things happen to bad people.
Yeah. Talk about being
Bad
scathed.
things should happen to bad people, but unfortunately,
Let me ask you this.
always work that
Is
way.
the perpetrator in this room? Take a look at these two gentlemen.
He's been incarcerated, I'm happy to say.
Oh, that's
And still incarcerated, hopefully.
Yeah.
They let a lot of these guys out right away.
No, 114 years.
Oh, no kidding. He must have, gotten a lot of people.
Yes.
What was the M.O. on
there
this guy?
There were 2 busloads of witnesses. They called us witnesses.
White guys or black guys?
Them and said, well,
what are you upset about? White or black? Black guys did it?
No, they were black. But
Oh,
it was
boy.
a group?
Brothers.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
Well, it runs in the family.
So you mean they had gone around and done so many heinous crimes that there was a busload of victims brought in?
2 busloads.
Wow.
2 busloads.
2 black dudes, huh?
Yeah, two guys.
Well, you
One
don't like to talk about the racial thing?
One was on parole.
Had they done mostly white women?
Because the
was it
color
mostly
of
white
their
women?
skin didn't make better or worse what happened to me. I mean, it has nothing to do with the color of their
No, I'm not trying to make a racial issue out of this. I'm just curious what the...
But I think it's just that, even to ask what color, you didn't ask what color their hair was or their eyes were.
Of course not. Who cares?
He just assumes all crime is committed by black people.
I do not. Were they very black?
You too.
Were they full African or were there a little white in them? They were really big black guys?
No, they weren't that
big. No, they weren't that big.
No, well, it's just they had guns, so they were
really?
big enough.
Oh my God, you must have been freaking.
Were you being robbed as well? Were you in the house?
Yeah, they loaded. Yeah, one brother loaded up the car while the other brother, who was actually the rapist, raped both myself and my girlfriend.
Oh.
Did they get the same amount of time?
No, the other brother wasn't a rapist.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, did they get the same amount of time in jail, not the same amount of time with you?
I got your question. You thought something else?
Yeah, Fran thought, did each brother get an equal amount of time, or did one have to be quick and the other one... No, I meant...
I underestimated you. I thought you were being cockier than you were.
No, I was
being sincere and concerned and interested.
Oh, I am. It's a horrible story.
They did not get the same amount of time, no, obviously.
All right, now what about the other question? Did each brother get the same amount of time?
Oh, yeah. Rapist.
I didn't think of that question. All right, I just want to ask it.
Both questions.
No, what I'm saying is that, in other words, the cops... how did the cops catch these guys?
Well, I must say that I have a photographic memory. And I was watching TV just that week, and they were saying that, it was on one of these talk shows, and they were saying that if you're in a situation, it's really important that you get the details, the features. Very important.
But these guys let you see them?
Get so scared, they don't consciously try and be aware of that.
But they let you see them?
Well, actually, yeah, I mean,
They didn't have their faces covered.
And then they were blindfolded with my husband's ties.
Oh, you were married at the time?
Yeah. Oh, I've been married for 1 million years.
So you must be horny. Right?
You're talking about a
rape. I've done...
No, I mean, she must be horny for...
just don't bring it up.
Oh, you don't bring up... Oh, you mean I can't bring up horny?
No,
She's a woman.
We can change this subject.
No, I like this subject.
Let me just ask you something.
Go
Let
ahead.
me just ask you something. Does the name Marty Couturier
Yeah, I know
ring
Marty.
a bell?
Now, how do you know Marty?
Okay, my executive...
He didn't rape you, did he?
No.
No, all right, go ahead. Because Marty, I went to high school with.
Okay.
He's a very nice guy.
Oh, all right, okay. Because
how do you know him?
He knows Rob Stern and my executive producer, and he's always saying he was like your best buddy.
No, not my best, but almost my best.
Really?
And for a while, my best. You know why I like Marty Couturier? I'm going to tell you why I like Marty Couturier. When I went to high school, when my parents finally moved out of a black community and we moved into a white community, Marty and I went to high school. Marty had just moved to the high school from Canarsie, Brooklyn, which is no picnic.
Another one of the nerds you hung around.
Well, okay, if you want to put it that way. But anyway, Marty came over to my table. He saw me sitting alone at the lunch table. No one would talk to me. You have to understand how repulsive I am without a radio show. That people, I have such a lack of charisma without the radio show. I was sitting there by myself. The way my mother dressed me was pathetic in 10th grade. And with the long hair,
the clothes,
a mess, the nasal hair. I'm sitting there by myself. And this guy walks over. He says, "Hey, you look like you're alone. I'm alone. I'm from Canarsie. I just moved here. Like to be your pal. My name is Marty Couturier. And can I talk to you?"
Bless his heart.
Then he raped me. Oh, wait a second. I identified him by every detail. No. And then we became friends, and Marty is a terrific guy. Terrific. But of course, I never call him anymore because I'm much too important.
The only reason the two of you were together was because you had no one else.
No, nice guy. I liked him.
Be honest.
No.
You
In
had
fact,
no one else.
Wrong.
If you liked him, you'd still be in touch with him.
I don't like anyone that much.
I mean, you know.
You know what I'm saying?
You drift.
Right.
You drift.
Now, wait a second. Let's get back to your story. Never mind Marty. Do you think Marty's attractive?
I've never even met Marty.
Oh, okay.
He's friends with Rob Stern and my executive producer, and he's always telling Rob that, you know, you guys were good buddies in high school. And Rob said, if you're doing Howard Stern, you got to ask him, because I don't know whether to believe him or whether he was a passing acquaintance. Or...
Has Rob dumped Marty as a friend as well? Now that he is a success with your show? All right, now listen to me. Let me get this straight.
I know. Well, we are enjoying. You know, now we're.
No, I don't mean to.
Monday
I hope
night.
you don't think I'm making a joke out of rape.
Well, there's not. It's
I'm not.
a joke. It's
Right.
not a
Okay,
shanta. It's not
let's get to this.
anything that you have to
How many
apologize
years
for.
ago did this
One
happen?
out of 3 women get raped in
Well, let me
their
get back to
lives.
this story. Hold it. Never mind all
Which
that.
is
Never mind the
really-
speech.
But
Never
you
mind the
seem
speech.
to be Oh, well, wait a minute. You put me on this.
She is well adjusted, but you get to that to the end of the story. I know how to tell
But
a story.
that's the happy ending to it. That you
I don't
can,
want a happy
you know,
ending yet.
If you live, then you can start. As long as you have life, you can start.
How
your
old were you
life
when
over.
this happened?
And you know, this isn't even new news. It's so funny you're bringing this up. I mean, this
That's
is
new to me.
All right.
I have to know everything. What you were wearing, everything. How old were you when this happened?
I would say I was. I think I was probably it was probably like 8, 9 years ago. So I was probably like 26.
26. You're at home. You're mellowing out for the night, and is another friend over, or are you sharing an apartment with somebody?
Oh no, it's my girlfriend was over.
Yeah, it's like a friend.
Yeah, right.
Two of you were not lesbians together, though, right?
Oh, let me tell you a funny story. Wait a minute.
No.
No, wait.
No, I don't want the funny
totally
story.
on track.
No, trust me.
Wait.
No tangents. No tangents.
You're missing out on a really good joke. Right on story.
How much you want to bet it's not a good story? Go ahead. Let me hear the story. Go ahead. Let me hear that story.
I'm talking to my mom on the phone, and she says to me, "So, how was your day? We saw you on the TV show." And then suddenly she starts talking to my father, and she says, "No, Marty, fast forward. I don't like 2 women together. That don't turn me on."
Oh, my God. What were they watching?
Obviously, they were watching some kind of a porno
that's disgusting.
She never even thought she's talking to her daughter on the phone.
So she's talking to me on the phone while they're watching this. I mean, people.
Bad story.
I think I'll call Fran.
Let's get back to it.
Okay.
I want to understand everything that happened. Do you mind?
Yeah, no.
Okay, as long as you can handle it.
No.
Right. So, because this is good for other victims. I'm only asking this because it's good for other victims of crime.
Well, you know, especially when a celebrity can admit to
That's
something
right. Then
like
people
that.
are
But then
ashamed.
if that be the case, then, let me, I was saying that 1 out of 3 women it does happen to.
Right, so
But that's what I'm saying.
It's a very
Those women
violent
don't
world.
know that there are other people like them who have reached your
Oh, there are
levels.
so many people.
Those guys should have had their penises chopped off and beheaded in public. What do you
I
think of that?
agree.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, I agree. I believe in capital punishment.
You're damn right you do. Because here's a woman who knows. I bet you.
This guy was on parole, thank
Right.
you very much. Have the system let this guy
Yes.
out.
What was he on parole for? For rape?
I don't think for rape. Let's hope not. Then I think it was for armed robbery.
Yeah.
But even
even
three
that.
strikes, you're out. Suppose you're the first 2 strikes.
Yeah, good luck. Okay, anyway, wait a second. I want to get...
Because I did an excellent police sketch.
So in other words, you're the hero.
This guy...
Of course, Fran's always the hero.
The picture, well, it's my story.
You're doing an episode on the Nanny of this.
It's my story.
Yeah, go ahead.
But this guy was...
Did he look like O.J.? Oh. Or was he darker? Was he darker than O.J.? Yes or no?
No.
Darker, lighter than A.C. Cowlings?
Yeah, I wouldn't, he would...
He was light-skinned.
Medium, I would say, but the skin is not...
No, I'm just asking.
I'm just asking for the description.
Yeah, it helps my audience.
The thing is, it was the eyes that were so weirdly...
cold and steely.
Set very far apart, and
back.
The way he held his mouth and stuff like that. So this all appeared
kinky hair?
in the
Short,
drawing.
kinky hair? Or the Afro style?
It was pretty close.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
All right.
I can't remember.
That must have been some police sketch.
She was so detailed.
She's describing Sidney Poitier.
Well, I'll take my word for it. It looked just like him. And
Like Sidney Poitier?
Like the guy.
Oh, like the guy. Go ahead. All right.
And
did you go?
Here, by the way, I have the police sketch. Here it is. I'm going to show it. Here.
According to Fran,
it's a stick figure. That's some description. Go ahead.
Showing a picture of a stick figure.
All right. Good. Now.
And then they had a stakeout in the area that he was really,
But here's a guy who's released.
So he was working
one
in
marked car spoke. Yeah, he was working in the neighborhood. One unmarked car was on a walkie-talkie to the next one and the next one, and suddenly they see this car driving around
in the neighborhood.
In the neighborhood with license plates from the neighborhood that my car that they stole was found in.
So they screwed up these guys.
So when they stopped him just before he got onto the freeway, he had a pocket full of jewelry, and his fly was unzipped. And some poor woman, there was just one more woman that had to be a victim before he was apprehended. And then,
And this guy's living on the taxpayer's dole now. He's living in prison, probably having a party.
Did it ever occur to you?
In another time, he would have been hung.
Right.
Did it ever occur to you not to testify? You wanted to?
Oh, no. Why wouldn't I want to testify?
Well, lots of people don't, Fran.
I felt bad for everybody.
Based on your description,
find them soon enough.
Based on your description, I have drawn a picture of what I think the rapist looked like, and here it is. Robin, what do you think? Is that right? Is that close?
Who is that?
That's Gary, my producer. Whatever. Anyway, so that's the story.
Gary.
And then you're sitting at home, you and your friend, and then all of a sudden this guy bursts through the door.
Yeah.
Bursts through the door.
Right.
They break it open.
The dog
That's
was
brazen.
What kind of neighborhood do you have?
dog was
Dogs barking.
I thought you sold croutons. I thought you had some money. All right, listen. The guy bursts through the door, and then he does his rudeness. He ties you up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he ties your friend up?
Right.
Oh.
And
you figured you were dead.
Yeah.
I would figure I was. You know what?
You would have
I'd
died.
make in my pants.
You would die.
Did you make in your pants? I would have made in my pants.
I peed in my pants.
You did.
Actually.
Really?
I would.
Yeah.
I would have been so scared I'd pee in my pants.
Yeah.
I think you'd do a lot worse.
I'd vomit and go
but
number
that's
two
right
also.
in the moment.
I would vomit, pee, and number two all at the same time.
You would, too.
Right.
I mean, and you know what the interesting thing is about people that have guns in the house? Usually they keep them next to the bed or something, and this totally wouldn't have helped
you at all.
We were in the kitchen. Unless you carry a gun on your body,
right,
like they do in the movies, you're never going to be prepared for it because you're...
Be armed at all times, citizens, in your homes. I am serious. I am a a believer in that.
Until you shoot your foot off.
Sleep with it.
I know.
Sleep with it and kill on command. I am telling you, we are under siege. Keep a gun in your buttocks if you have nowhere to put it.
Shoot first.
Shoot first.
Well, it's amazing with all the people...
Do you now keep a gun in the house based on this?
No, we don't believe in that.
You don't think it would have helped you anyway, so what the hell's the difference?
No, it wouldn't have helped me.
Well, yeah,
I know it wouldn't have helped me, and then it might have been used against me. No, you really can't live life that way. Considering there are so many people out there, it's amazing that we all get along as well as we do, because there's always going to be...
Listen, I don't buy that. We don't even get along in this room. I'm talking about this little crew here.
No. This is a perfect example of utopia.
That's right. Now listen to me, Fran. Now, you've been living in L.A. too long. So everything turned out all right because you prevailed.
Right. And that's
the point.
the thing.
And you weren't a victim in the sense
Pick
because...
up the pieces.
Right.
Yeah.
Go on with your life.
Right. Move on. And
so how long before that beautiful body was being used again? Probably for years you wouldn't even use it.
Oh, no. You gotta get right back, in
the saddle?
into action.
No kidding.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why you're...
And your husband was supportive. He didn't have...
No, he left her.
Lots of times husbands are traumatized by this, too.
Oh, I would be. Especially two big black guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, man, I'm not adequate.
Oh, you're just
listen, I can tell you firsthand that's a...
A myth?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But that's a ridiculous thing to say, as if your wife enjoyed the rape.
No, not enjoyed, but...
No,
you know what
he's
I'm saying.
Saying he would make it about him, of course.
Of course, it's always about me.
Then it would be his problem.
It's my
I can't
problem.
cope with it. It's like
not Fran's problem, it's my problem.
But what did he say? He'd be inadequate in the face of two black men.
Right.
If his wife had been raped by them.
The only reason I got my wife is she's never been with a black guy. I know that.
But
this is what I'm saying.
Now, Fran, the point is, look how you prevailed. You are a network television star. What is your show like? It's always in the top 10 or something.
We were, actually, no, but we were 21 like
good.
last week. That's excellent out of 100, and that's reruns in the summer. We got promoted to Monday nights now, 8 o'clock. This
Monday night,
12, my sister's birthday.
Hold on a second. Monday night at 8 o'clock, this coming Monday, I will see The Nanny. Now, why did they switch the time period?
It's a big promotion. You know, now we have a new network president, Peter Tortorisi.
Does he know anything?
He's, as far as I'm concerned, he's doing one hell of a job.
Tortorisi sounds like a pig Latin name. You know what I mean?
Sounds like the guy you were thanking this morning.
Yeah, right. Italiano.
And he put us on Mondays and Wednesdays all summer, and we built a tremendous following. Because, you know, Wednesdays is a tough
You're on Monday and Wednesday?
All summer. We've been on Mondays and Wednesdays. In fact, tonight
I was seeing an awful lot of you.
Today's
Thursday. They're overexposing her.
No, we were building, and now we're going to be on Mondays.
So Peter Tortorisi made this decision.
Right.
Yeah, he'll have that job 2 months. You'll see. He'll be a new guy.
Hold on to the left.
Yeah, don't get too attached. And you are now a big network star. When we come back, let us talk about your network stardom now.
Yes, how does it feel?
Well, that'll be a refreshing change.
You know, I don't believe I've ever gotten a good look at your husband.
You know, I'm doing a book with Judith Regan.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What are you writing a book about?
I'm writing a humorous tale of my experiences in show business.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
You're very lucky. Well, I'm sure she'll have lots of time to edit your book.
She has for me.
Yeah, I'm sure she won't be too busy. Good luck. No, of course.
Get her on the phone.
She is wonderful.
She is wonderful, actually.
And don't put that rape story in there. There's no laughs in that.
No, this isn't about that.
Rape is not...
You know, when I'm on the downslide of my career, I'll do the tell-all.
Right. That's when you save that.
Save it for then.
That's right. Rape does not equal
She's
chuckles.
very calculating. That's
right.
what I like her.
All right, Fran, let's take a break.
Okay.
Because obviously you need to compose yourself after that trauma of talking. And we will remind everyone that The Nanny is on CBS Monday nights, 8 p.m. this Monday. The show premieres September 12th. And it's a family show. You should watch it with your kids. I do. That's how I view it, with the children.
But it's edgy and smart, too.
And plus, Fran wears good outfits.
Great.
And she shows her body and her ass and her legs, as she is doing now.
And that guy she works for is good looking, too.
Well, hey, I want to meet your husband when I come in. Hey, let me see your shoes. What are you wearing for shoes?
I'm wearing thigh-high boots.
First of all, you got to wear heels if you're going to wear that, and don't wear black stockings under your thigh-high boots.
It's green, Bob. Take off your sunglasses.
Here's what I want you to do.
Green with black.
During the commercial, I want you to go into the ladies' room, remove your stockings, and just wear the boots so I can see some leg. Please. As a favor. I'll consider that a favor. And shave a little.
Now, did you cast the show yourself?
No, hold it. I have to take a break, and we will talk to the nanny, Fran Drescher.
We will talk to.
That's right, right after these
words. Their own show.
I just got my mother and father an Iowa mini system. I love it. I use the Iowa. Do you know what a mini system is?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Like a shelf size?
It's the size of a microwave oven.
Oh.
And it's 30 watts a channel, this Iowa mini system. You can put 3 CDs in, to change 2 of the CDs while the third one is playing. You've got dual cassette deck. You have the, the receiver. You plug in your TV into it. The whole deal. It's fantastic.
And the speakers are good?
Speakers are excellent. And they're not big. They're the size of
Are you getting the one with the surround sound?
Yeah, so for them I am.
Yeah.
No, that sounds like one of Robin's breasts.
They're bigger than
watermelon.
You think they're bigger than that? Yeah. A watermelon. You saying Robin's breasts are the size of a watermelon?
Very you know, I've always been so kind to you.
She's just jealous of your chest.
Why is that a bad thing?
Oh, having cans the size of watermelons is fantastic.
See, Robin?
Right. Sure, you want to walk around with a watermelon on your chest?
No, wow. I mean, I applaud your back. You're a beautiful woman.
Thank you. Anyway, look.
I do say so myself.
Listen, Fran's just jealous. She has 2 little kiwi fruits. You got a nice...
Well, if it's more than a handful, it's a waste.
I've heard that.
She's insulting me again.
Robin, let me just say that the Iowa Mini System is what you want to get for your home.
Yes,
it is so good. Can you guys say more? I mean, really?
Yeah, talk about some of the features. Your father will now be able to enjoy karaoke.
Karaoke, Jimmy. Oh, it'll be like 12 years before he even uses the karaoke feature.
Maybe I'll taste some of this Alaska.
Go ahead. Tell me how you like it.
I told you she'd be tempted.
Yeah, it's good you're doing it during the Iowa commercial, Fran. Thanks. Yeah. Anyway, Iowa. Yeah, it's got the surround sound, 30 watts a channel. 1-800-BUY-AIWA if you want the catalog. It's a great catalog. Extension 311. Good ice cream.
Delish.
Thank you. The way you eat that. You're a sexy woman, Fran.
Thank you.
Very sexy. She's eating ice cream and doing the whole tongue action.
I'm comfortable with my womanliness.
Yeah, your tongue and the spoon and all that. Fran is the star of The Nanny, CBS Monday nights, 8 p.m.
I guess, are you one of the producers?
I'm one of the producers, yes. And
so what happens when it goes into syndication? You guys will be making a boatload of dough?
We get a piece of the action. That's my new mantra.
Piece of the action?
Syndication.
Syndication, you can't wait.
When I get a little intense, it calms me. I say syndication.
And you like doing what you're doing. It's cool being on a sitcom and you get to hang out with people.
I love it.
And what's the story on your husband? You employ him?
My husband is actually my boss. He's the executive producer.
Oh, yeah, right.
You know, she's another one. The husband is always around.
Yeah. You and Suzanne Somers ought to get together.
We've been together since we were 15. Are you kidding? We had to work through our codependency. I mean...
What was your codependency?
I wouldn't think of going anywhere or doing anything without him. I couldn't really enjoy myself if we weren't together. Exactly. Because we grew up with each other. It's you
and your husband? Is your husband a good-looking guy?
He is.
Yeah, you know.
He is?
Yeah.
Let me see him.
It's Peter.
I always forget what he looks like. I don't think he's good-looking.
Oh, it's Chester.
Oh, he's cute.
What's Chester, your dog?
How you doing? Yeah.
Let's have some kids instead of dogs.
Well, I had a TV show. That's what I had. I don't have time for a kid.
No, you're right. And you don't want to ruin your body.
You had a kid when you weren't successful, so it was easy. You had plenty of time.
No, that's true.
Now to have a baby, you wouldn't have time, but we'll wait.
I just had a baby.
We'll wait until we're like more in our... when we're in our 40s, maybe we'll want to have kids, but not now.
Can't believe you're nailing Fran.
Now we've got too much frolicking to do.
Right? You know Fran, what, since high school?
15, yeah.
So you haven't cheated on her the whole time?
No.
Liar. You lying?
No.
Don't lie to me. I'll throw you right out of here.
Hey, I'm a tough act to follow.
Yeah, you're hot. I mean, no, you're right. The voice is intense, but...
You don't cheat on your wife.
No, I don't.
You've been together for like 16
And what, you're the executive...
He loves the voice. It makes him laugh all
You're the
time.
executive producer of The Nanny?
Yeah.
With Vernon and Fraser.
And a writer.
And writer. Oh.
What's he writing?
And what were you doing before this?
The show.
Right before this, I did the Dan Aykroyd TV show.
The Dan Aykroyd TV show?
Yeah.
That never happened.
It was a pilot.
Oh.
I heard that was a rumor.
No.
No. They made a pilot. It was quite good.
Yeah.
I like that whole thing where your wife works and you sort of like you become the executive producer. That's like Suzanne Somers' husband.
Yeah.
But
it's great work if you can get it, you know?
It's cool. What you do is you latch on to, well, you know what I mean, not latch on, but, all right, you latch on to, a hot babe.
I wouldn't do a TV show ever without Peter. He's really the soul of the show.
He's got you brainwashed. The soul of the show.
Who came up with the idea?
Well, that's what they say about Desi Arnaz.
What about
And I Love Lucy.
He did nothing. Desi did nothing.
She went on and did several shows without him.
Yeah, Desi did nothing after that show.
What do you mean? Desi Lou Studios.
Yeah,
right?
Desi Lou Studios.
But that was the producing end of it.
That dog is so
That's
annoying.
the point.
I hate little dogs. I would step on its head if you'd let me. I'd put it out of its misery. You love that thing.
Chester is the coolest.
Really?
Chester Drescher.
And what is he? And
he works. He's recurring on the show.
Do you bring him on the show?
Yeah, he recurs. He recurs. He plays Cece Babcock's dog.
And do all the people on the show have to be nice to the dog, like Joan Rivers with her stupid dog? Joan Rivers.
Does that dog have somebody to carry it around?
Yes. Joan Rivers.
Well, that's
Joan Rivers' stupid dog is so annoying. Everyone hates it. Spike. It's ugly and it's stupid and little.
Well, she even named her production company after the dog.
Yeah, she's like, well, you know, because Edgar killed himself. She wigged out and made the dog her friend. Probably put it in her will. Totally spaced out. You forgot people and, you know, started like relating to animals.
People were rotten. The dog was great.
Yeah. So listen to this.
They call them menopause babies when you're...
Get those dogs.
Joe will appreciate that.
So I go over.
Man is so tactful.
You know, like she's like one of those people. The dog sits at the dinner table and junk. So
the dog gets its own seat on the plane.
Yeah, she gets a. Do you have a seat for your dog on the plane?
No.
Where do you put it, underneath?
No, not in store. No, he comes onto the plane with me, but he's...
You hold him the whole time?
Yeah.
That's fun. Great. And you put him in a little dog cage?
Yeah, he enters in a cage, and then, you know...
You take him out during the flight.
Hey, let me talk to the dog. I'm good with dog. Hey, you ugly little bastard. Look at you. You look like a rat with ears.
No, he looks like a fox.
I'm not talking to the dog. I'm talking to your husband. All right, anyway, so wait a second. Let me get this straight, Fran.
Yeah.
So you like Joan Rivers in the sense that you carry this dog around with you, and then when you're on the set, there's like a guy assigned to watch the dog and everything?
Your biggest fan.
Your biggest fan. He's here, my assistant. That's one of his responsibilities, helping me with the dog.
Oh, God.
But he really has a...
Learning about television, Robbie?
Robbie wants to be a writer.
Let me meet the guy. Oh, he wants to be a writer, so he's doing the dog thing.
He's working up through the ranks. But really...
Yeah, go to college, Robbie.
He went.
Yeah. Hey, Robbie, come in here. Is this why he went to college, to carry a dog? Is that the guy with you?
Parents must be so proud.
Yeah. You think Fran's husband is better looking than me?
No.
That
was a long pause.
What do you think?
Yeah, he's not better looking than
Good.
Howard, you're cool looking.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
You shouldn't be so obsessed with looks.
Well, I'm very obsessed with looks because I know looks are everything. Why do you think guys put up with your voice? Looks are everything, my darling.
My voice is the voice. Our house is the house my voice built.
That's right. Your husband thanks God for your voice every day.
That when you were putting down my voice, do I mind? I said, meanwhile, he spent 20 minutes talking about my voice. I'm laughing all the way to the bank.
Where is this Robbie person? Jerry, bring me Robbie.
Jerry, bring in
Robbie's taking a break from the dog. He doesn't want to come in.
Mr. Schwartz.
So, you have, now that the nanny is successful, you have an assistant. Because I knew you in days when you never had... Let me see.
Because I don't have a life anymore.
That's you?
Yep. Yeah, come in, Robbie. This is Robbie Schwartz, our assistant.
Hi, Robbie. Robbie, grown man with a beard called Robbie. I love that. No, he's Robert Schwartz.
Robert, I do introduce him as Robert, or I say, do you like Bob? But he feels like a Robbie.
Fran, let me talk to Robbie.
All right.
Yes, another Jew in the media. Robbie.
Should I give him these headsets?
No, you don't need a headset. I'll be done with them in 2 seconds. Robbie, what is it? You want to be a writer, so you got this. How did you get this job with Fran?
Where's the camera?
I just got a job as an assistant on the show, and
so then you carried Fran's...
The dog took to me, and it was all over for me.
So what do? You have to walk around all day with the dog.
I have to.
That's some humiliating job.
The worst it gets is I've had to wipe the dog's ass.
Really?
Yeah.
You've had to wipe the dog after he goes to the bathroom?
Once.
Wow. Wow, Robbie, that's good for you. You're going to go far in this business.
Boy, is he going to be angry if he ever makes it.
If he ever makes it, he'll be on every talk show going, I hate Fran Drescher and her stupid husband. They used to humiliate me by giving me a dog, and I had to wipe the dog. Can you imagine wiping a dog? That's the one thing a dog can do on its own.
And it's not even your own dog.
Yeah, they want this dog to be clean like a human.
Yeah.
I got to tell you something, Robbie. I don't think you're working toward a career in television. I think you're working toward a career with the Ringling Brothers. You can be scooping elephant manure soon.
No, Robbie already sold an idea to the show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's going to get a screen credit.
The dog's eating ice cream.
He loves ice cream.
He loves Alaska ice cream.
Alaska ice cream. Wow.
There's an endorsement.
There he goes. Look at him.
More chunks of
He likes the cookies. Anyway, listen.
He's really going for it.
So, Robbie, what do you want to be, a writer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. All right. So, listen, Robbie, I don't know. If I was you, I'd get into writing. Forget about walking a dog. I know the guy who walks Joan Rivers' dog.
Too good a time.
Joan Rivers' dog. They got this guy, Louis, who's a wonderful security guy. The guy was a police officer. He became a top security guy. Guards people like the president. And he's walking around holding a damn dog all day. I said to him, you poor bastard.
How about the one that takes care of boots or socks, whatever his name is?
That must be a humiliating job, too. Well, I told Louis if I was him, man, I would squash the dog's head. I'd get it caught under the tire accidentally in my car.
There are worse job descriptions.
You're sharing the ice cream with the dog.
You know, a dog has more good antibodies in his mouth than a human. If you're with a dog and you get hugged or scraped, you let that dog lick your wounds and you'll be in great shape. But if you lick your wounds, you'll probably get like a big infection.
That's how I got my last infection. I licked my own wound. I was licking myself on my wound. Fran, I'm very happy for you. You happen to be a nice woman, and
Thank you.
I have you in you all the time because you're a piece of ass. I like looking at you. I want to say how lucky.
I'm talking to you. I feel like we're cut from the same cloth.
No one is cut from this cloth. They threw out this cloth.
They threw that veil away.
Yeah.
When they threw my voice away.
And I want to thank, of course, your husband who continues to leech off
What
your
are your
success.
other? Is he producing any other programs? Is he?
I don't know.
creating?
Actually, we have a couple of spin-offs going now.
Is that right?
Yes, we do.
Look at Fran. Look how Fran treats that dog. She treats that dog better than Robbie.
That's true.
I treat Robbie.
Why don't you rub Robbie's stomach like
He's
that?
not letting Robbie have any ice cream.
No. Robbie's standing there, doesn't have anything to eat.
No, I knew that some of the things I might need Robbie to do might feel like it's beneath him, so I give him extra money every week to make it more palatable.
Good. What'd she pay you?
Well, the studio pays him.
Hmm.
But then I give him a gratuity.
That's wiping, money.
Yeah. And you love Fran, of course, because you were married to her and you get to be the executive producer of her show, which is a fantastic thing. And Tom Arnold doesn't call you for advice? All right. He should have.
He made a big mistake.
Fran, good for you. I'm proud of you and the Nanny, and thank you for that show. And, of course, it premieres this season.
This Monday.
This Monday at 8 o'clock. And Fran has to go. She's got some other big appointment now that she's famous.
She's hawking.
And I'm going to be on Conan tonight.
Oh, boy, you're lucky. 3 people should
It's
see
a
that.
good thing you came on here and told everybody.
Oh, good. Yeah, Conan's parents might actually see you tonight. All right, very good. Well, there we go.
Thanks,
We got the Nanny and Robbie. Very good.
The spin-off.
The spin-off. And congratulations on all your
Spin-off
success.
should be a story about a guy who has to take care of a famous woman's dog.
Yes, as a matter of fact, that is the
This is
spin-off.
my favorite year for Robbie.
All right, we'll be back right after this. And where are you going after this? What show are you going next?
Now I'm going to do Regis and Kathy.
Oh, should make you want to vomit.
Give them Howard's regards.
Yeah, just say Howard sends his regards and watch Kathy Lee cry. Watch her cry. She hates me.
They got a big audience.
Yeah, well, you know what? Her life is just so perfect, except for one thing. Wherever she goes, like, my fans just yell out stupid stuff.
There's you. So
That's
life's
good.
not perfect.
She should not have a perfect life.
Don't look through windows. No one has a perfect life.
Really? Well, you do.
It's not true.
I wish, let Kathy Lee wipe the dog instead of Robbie. Let's see if she's really a regular gal. All right, very good. Robin?
Yes?
We'll take a break. Fran Drescher, the star of The Nanny.
Bye, thank you.
Bye-bye, and good luck with the show. And we'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Yes. Thank you. And you know what, Fred? I want all new, we're back with the Howard Stern shows with new music and everything. And have Ralph get the music together because he knows what I like.
I got some stuff too.
You got stuff too?
I got stuff, so.
All right, good for you. All right, very good. That's right. That's right, Fred. Very good, Fred. He's going to give me a whole discourse on what he's got. Just do it. You're my man. I trust you. If you can't do it, no one can.
For the word that you were tired of the old music.
That's all. Waiting for the word. Wouldn't just do it on his own. I love him. I love that guy like a brother. You were looking for names for your book. Here's a couple. Smell My Chair.
That has to do something with the text. Sure.
Let Me Get Something Off My Chest. It's New Year's, Now Leave. It's inside, but...
Get out?
Now get out. After you kicked that guy out of your apartment. After you made love to him for 3 years and told him to leave. Something like that. I saw... I know we're doing the news now. Can I say... I think I know what the delete story is.
No, you don't.
Let me take a guess. Can I?
Go
We've
ahead.
never played that game before. If I'm right, be honest.
I certainly will. Why would you have to even say that?
Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley are supposed to show up at the MTV Awards.
Well, I was going to talk about the MTV Awards, not that particular aspect of it, but I was going to mention
But not as the lead story.
No, I was going to start off with the MTV Awards.
So I was right.
Not about Michael Jackson.
People should boo him when he walks out.
They have the funniest cartoon on page 6 today.
Yes.
Beavis and Butthead running away as Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie
Isn't that great?
approach a leg turn, and the caption says, "I don't care who he's married to, I still don't trust him."
Right. Well, Ralph, hey, you want to hear a good story about MTV Awards?
Okay.
All right, so Ralph calls me the other day. Goofy Ralph, who does my makeup and stuff.
Yes.
He goes, "Hey, Howard, what do you think of those MTV Awards?" I said, "Well, to tell you the truth, when I was on them, it was kind of cool, you know, when I did Fart Man. And you notice that they still mention that in the newspaper.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. They talk about how disgusting it is and how horrible, but meanwhile, it's the only thing they remember from it.
But then they always refer to how outrageous
It was.
the MTV Awards can be. And, of course, they're referring to your Fart Man appearance.
That's my point about the MTV Awards. MTV Awards are only outrageous when I'm on them. Then they mentioned also when Pee-wee showed up. But Pee-wee didn't do anything outrageous.
No.
He just walked out.
walked out. But they've always been trying to get hosts that will do
predictable
things and who are outrageous, so that's why they got Roseanne this year. But they always say, you know, we have a tradition here at MTV Awards of being outrageous and
MTV
surprising.
Is so conservative that if you are outrageous,
they never
invite you back. They ban you for life.
Look, Andrew Dice Clay is
Yeah.
a perfect example.
Yeah. Well, be outrageous, but not like that. So anyway, but the point is,
we have the foulest mouthed comedian on in the country, but we don't expect him to use dirty words.
right? Yeah, that's going to happen. So anyway, so listen. So Ralph says to me, "Hey, what's it like to go to one of those MTV Awards shows?" So I said, to tell you the truth, I've sat through like Academy Awards. I've sat in the audience of the MTV Awards.
The Grammys.
It's awful. It is a bore because you got to sit there, and I don't know if there's no energy in the room.
You can't even enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's better on TV.
Yeah, I can't explain it, but it's not real enjoyable. He goes, well, so of course he calls, asks my opinion, and I tell him, and he goes, well, I don't care. I really would like to sit in the audience.
I know. He wanted tickets.
Yeah, he was looking for free tickets.
Yeah, I asked you. I said,
what? I don't have your microphone on. What?
I asked you. I asked if Gary could hook me up with tickets.
I asked you if Gary could hook me. He's weird on radio. I asked you.
Wait, how am I getting weird?
Because you're putting on a voice,
I'm
retard.
not putting on a voice.
Talk like you normally do when I'm talking.
This is how I normally talk.
This is how I normally talk.
Well, you stare at me and get all like...
Well, you stare at me and get me all nervous.
You get this like weird look in your...
Yeah, I got a weird look. Look at you, and you're telling me I have a weird look. Okay, so listen to me. I have a weird look. So listen to this.
Yes.
So I said to him, he didn't get much feedback. I was going to go call MTV and get him tickets.
Yeah.
So he goes down. MTV, evidently. You know when the kids stand in the front of the stage? MTV figures the bands want, like, regular fans. So instead of, like, going out and, like, maybe through Ticketron get some regular fans, they audition people to be regular fans.
You're kidding.
No. So Ralph hears about the audition, and he has to go down and audition for MTV, the MTV Awards, to stand in the audience.
Be a screaming kid.
Yeah. So he goes down there, and what happens? They stick you in a room, and a woman's sitting there.
A woman and a guy, and she's sitting there, and she's got a CD player next to her and a few CDs, and she turns on the CD.
Like, what CD did she play?
What'd she play? I think she played Salt and Pepper first.
Oh, great. You look like you're into that.
Yeah, jump up and down.
Well, they want to make sure you're into everything.
Yeah, right.
Playing.
Yeah.
And then she put on Green Day.
And what do you do? No, you're by yourself?
No, I went with my friend Theo.
All right, so you were with Theo.
Yeah.
All right.
So the two of you.
And you guys are all dressed like rockers and stuff?
Well, not too much, but, you know, you want it to look cool because you want to, you know.
You want them to pick you.
They're going for the look.
Right, right. So, okay, so you go in there.
Yeah.
Which amazes me that they even picked the people who were supposed to be spontaneous.
Yeah,
well, and the way they did that, I got that at when we were at Stone Temple Pilots. Some girl was there and she handed out.
Oh, I see.
A flyer saying when the auditions were.
Okay, so wait a second. So you go in there and she puts a CD on. It's you and Theo, and you're supposed to dance for her. I got to see this. Show me what you did.
No, wait.
Hey, Gary, bring me in a Salt and Pepper. What other music do they put on?
Wait a second.
I got to see. This will be good for the TV show.
Wait.
You got any Green? I love that song by Green Day.
Yeah.
How's that whole album? Is it good?
It's good.
I'm thinking of buying that one.
Didn't I get that for you?
No. I told you to pick that up for me, you moron.
You moron. I thought I got it for you.
Because I'm so famous, I can't go into record stores, or else I'll be hounded.
You're so lazy.
So Ralph has to go buy my... I said, give me that Green Day CD.
We don't have Green Day.
What do you got? You got Hammer?
Yeah.
All right, all right.
No, I'm not gay rich. That's what I'm
Give me
some of
your musical taste. Can you dance to Soundgarden?
No, I'm not going to get up and start...
Black Hole Sun?
Come on.
No, this is what I...
Black Hole Sun. I'll sing it, you dance. Won't you come and wash away the rain. Black hole sun, won't you come? My man.
Anyway, so she asked a couple of questions first, and she was okay. We want you to dance. I said, well, I just can't just start dancing and like on cue like that.
Bad.
I said,
Why not?
I got to get because I got to be moved. I got to get into it.
Yeah, but they're not going to choose you.
Yeah.
But he got picked, by the way.
Really?
He got picked.
So of course he jumped out of that chair and wiggled it.
Well, I got her to jump up. You know, I got some other.
So Ralph did a cool thing. He walked up to the girl and said, "Dance with me."
And
then they started dancing together.
And the guy there started dancing.
And the guy started dancing?
Because we were kind of
4 douches in a room.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a videotape.
Oh, I checked for cameras.
So like she would just ask you questions?
Yeah.
Did she ask you why you didn't get your teeth fixed?
Yeah.
But Ralph, why do you?
Why would they want Ralph down there jumping up and down?
Because I'll jump.
What do you got? Let me see that.
I'll have fun.
I got to see what he did. Shut up and do it.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Hey, how about from Jar of Flies, Alice in Chains?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a real dance. But
you could dance to it.
Hey, come on, they're coming on the show.
I'll be slow dance.
I just want to know, Ralph, when you dance, did your hands go above your shoulders?
No, I don't know.
But I got to see what you do. All right, tell me from Guns N' Roses. How about?
No, there's nothing danceable on that.
Oh, bull.
There's no room to dance. I mean, how
what
do
about,
you dance in here?
How about from Use Your Illusion 2? What about that song that You Could Be Mine?
I can't dance to that.
Yes, you can.
Look,
Get up,
this is the MTV Awards audition.
This is the audition.
No, well, they're playing cool music.
Guns N' Roses isn't cool?
Well, not to like...
Eat the Rich?
He can do that.
Wait a second.
Yes.
If Aerosmith comes out at the MTV Awards, you're not going to do anything? You're going to stand there?
No, I'm going to jump around. But
all right, so good. That's the answer.
With everybody else jumping. Gary, what are you writing over there?
Turn that down, please.
Okay.
What's that?
I don't know. It's Fred's idea of something to dance to. Fred's doing the Martian dance.
There you go.
All right. Wait. I got to get past the intro.
Wendy from MTV.
Go. Do it. Let me see. Go ahead.
What do you do?
Dance. I want to see what you did.
Aerosmith is on stage.
Come on, Ralph. Go ahead. Get up there and do it. What's with you? Let me see your audition. You told me you auditioned.
How do you dance to this? You dance to this.
Okay.
Why are you doing that for Ralph?
Come on, here comes the hits from the dance floor.
Oh, sit down.
There you go.
No, just show what you would do if Aerosmith.
Yeah, go ahead. Go now, dance.
It's like a concert, you know?
You dance.
I don't know. I wouldn't dance to this.
You are such a little baby, man.
Aerosmith is on the stage.
Dance.
I'm there like this.
Dance. Come on, dude.
I need somebody to slam dance with.
Come on, dance. Do what you did in the audition.
I don't dance
Just
like
a little
that.
faggot.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Now, tonight he'll be twisting like a girl.
That's right. It's like getting rich. Come on, man. Let's slam
At
dance.
anything they do, he'll be screaming at Salt and Pepper.
Yeah, now that.
Stupid idiot. You are such a baby.
I'm not being a baby.
You're going to be great at the end. Hey, MTV, there's a guy named Ralph Cirilla. He's going to go in there.
Throw him out.
Throw him out. Don't let him in.
He won't dance.
I'll dance for them. There'll be other people dancing and stuff. We're not dancing. We're in the audience, just watching.
Yeah, but they want you jumping up and down and
they want you
doing
moshing and jumping
Ralph's going to throw mud on Michael Jackson when he comes out.
Yeah, like Woodstock.
Yeah. He says, hey, I'm thinking of bringing mud. This is what he says to me this morning. He goes, it'd be really cool if I brought some mud.
I didn't
like at Woodstock, and I started rolling around. I said, Ralph, no one's going to be watching you. You're not the show.
He all of a sudden thinks he's got his own camera.
Right.
I'm going to stage dive.
He's going to
You're going to stage dive when the security guards throw you back.
Yeah, Ralph's trying to figure out,
dive right out to the street.
Ralph's trying to figure out, how the show can be good around him.
Yeah.
How he can draw attention to himself.
He'll be looking for his credit at the end of the show, too.
Yeah, I'm opening this.
Hey, nice audition, Ralph.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for performing for us.
What is it?
We'll talk to the bouncer at a club where Ralph used to go every night, who can tell you he's seen Ralph dance every night for months.
I really don't care, but yeah. So,
Howard.
Yeah.
He dances like he's got broomsticks in his pants. He comes on the dance floor. He used to chase all the girls off the dance floor.
Yeah.
Does he ever? He's always telling me how he always scores. He always scores at dance clubs.
Where's this?
Where's this? Ralph, you know who this is.
No, I don't. Who is this?
Big Tony from Obsessions.
Big Tony.
In Randolph. Come on, bro. You stopped down. You saw me at the hop. You know who it is. Don't play dumb.
Are you pretending you don't know this guy?
Obsessions. That was like 9 years ago, man.
86, bro. It was 1986. You danced like an epileptic having a seizure on the dance floor.
So why are you trying to act like you don't know the guy? You're being cool?
No, I didn't remember him.
So he's always telling me how he gets laid and all these girls come on to him at these clubs.
Man. He used to come into the club with another guy who looked exactly like him.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. They go on the dance floor to chasing the girls away. We used to hate.
Yeah, you're just jealous, man, because you're so fat you can't move.
Oh, please, Ralph. Hey, Ralph, I'll come down there. I'll dance you under a table.
Yeah.
For a 300-pound guy, I'll dance you away, pal.
Okay, whatever. I don't.
You might not recognize. You might not
to be a dancer, man.
You might not even recognize Ralph now. His teeth are even greener.
Oh, please. He should get a quarter and get a rat to chew that thing off his face, too.
Got that big berry on his face. All right, hey, dude, I got to go.
Take it easy.
All right, man. Bye. Thanks for calling.
15 minutes, you jerk off.
You're 15 minutes.
And you'll
now go back to the car dealership, you loser.
Yeah, and you're a loser too. As soon as I quit show business.
Yeah, well, you're not quitting. So.
Well, there you go. You're lucky.
Okay.
All right, I got to take a break.
He's gonna jump up and down for MTV.
It's gonna be like a mosh pit, you know. And you can't mosh by yourself.
It's gonna be like a mosh pit.
Want to mosh? Some figure?
Mosh pit.
Come on, dude. Let's
take a break, and we'll be back right after these words with the news. More MTV news. We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Yes, we were talking about the MTV Awards tonight.
Yeah.
Hosted by Roseanne Barr. Well, Roseanne. She's a one-name person now.
Yeah. Our friend Roseanne. We're friends with her now.
That's right. People were saying they couldn't believe that she actually did the show when I was talking to them yesterday.
Who are these people you talk to?
Just people on the street.
Really?
Not anybody in particular. I'm not like you who take all my opinions from Ralph.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be dangerous. Yeah, come on.
Someone told me.
Right, Ronnie the limo driver gives me all his opinions.
That's true. You get Ronnie's too.
He's every man. Actually, Roseanne pointed out to us, and a lot of people haven't talked about this. Her new last name is Show. She's thinking of changing it to Roseanne Show.
Well, that's a consideration.
Because everyone always says, "Hey, the Roseanne Show."
Of course, the big news is that Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie are supposed to open the show. Nobody knows what they're going to do, so that's one of the surprises.
You can bet they're not going to screw.
Well, that would be a surprise, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's one of the surprises MTV says it has up its sleeve. They've made announcements as to who is going to perform, but they also say they have one special surprise performance planned and a couple of other surprises during the show, so they're hoping people will stay tuned just for that alone.
They're going to come out and pretend to be attracted to each other. I don't believe they are attracted to each other. That's my opinion, and I will state that.
The Rolling Stones will be there. Bruce Springsteen.
Do you think the crowd would applaud him, or would they just be indifferent?
I think that they'll applaud.
I see. Why is that?
Because
what are they applauding?
They will be saying to Michael, obviously you're innocent, you showed up here.
Oh, you're innocent if you're willing to show up at the MTV Awards.
That's right. Otherwise, if you were guilty, you'd stay home. I got a letter the other day from some PR firm. They were pitching me about being representing me. And they said, much as we have handled the recovery of Michael Jackson, we could do the same for you.
Hey, who's going to handle your recovery? That I'd like to see.
They can help me.
So go ahead. You were saying about the MTV Awards.
Yes, the Rolling Stones, Aerosmith, Smashing Pumpkins, Tom Petty, Salt and Pepper, Beastie Boys, and Green Day all performing.
Aerosmith, obviously good.
I also understand that Snoop Doggy Dog out on bail will be performing. I heard that somebody said he was walking around muttering, "I'm innocent, I'm innocent." Yesterday. Well,
him and OJ, right? Smashing Pumpkins, I'd like to see. The problem is they make you sit through so much crap, and the problem with the MTV Awards is they stretch them out with this. They do these constant edited pieces showing you different videos.
Yeah, the video clip.
But you could go out of your mind from them after a while. Who's producing that show? Joel Gallen?
I don't know.
They're giving it to him again?
Probably.
He's good.
I think
he does a nice job.
People.
He tells me what a good job he does with it. I only get a budget of $1 million. It's impossible. It's impossible.
One night, one show?
That's right.
He's worried about...
Give me $1 million. I'll put on an extravaganza like you haven't seen.
Amazing.
I can make a buck go far. All you got to do is get Fred to work free.
So anyway, that's the MTV Awards tonight. Also, little other MTV news. This happened while we were off on vacation. Lots of things happened, and then we failed to mention them because we're not here.
And because we're spaced out.
That show, Real Life, where they have the kids living in the house in San Francisco this time, I think. Well,
it's a fabulous television show. They take 6 guys
who don't know each other.
Yeah, they get 2 girls and about 4 guys.
Well, there's more girls. There's about 3 girls in there, isn't there?
Yeah, 3. This year the girls are all dogs. Unfortunately, that whoever did that ought to be shot. You got one girl who kind of looked good in the beginning, then broke out. Her face broke out, erupted.
I noticed that skin problem.
Yes. But this year they got a guy on there. This guy Puck. He's terrific.
Puck is terrific.
He's like Ted Nugent.
His main foil is Pedro,
who's HIV positive.
That's right. And Pedro went to the hospital.
Oh.
While we were on vacation, Howard.
He wanted to come in here.
Well, he can't because he's sick. And he's in the hospital for some complication of being HIV positive, something he's come down with, and he doesn't have any health insurance. So all of a sudden they were supposedly taking up a fund, but now I see in the paper they say MTV is taking care of Pedro.
Yeah, it would have been kind of embarrassing if they didn't.
He's very ill and has no health insurance. An MTV spokeswoman says the channel is working on the insurance problem. I don't know what that means. They could just pick up the tab, but they're working on the insurance problem.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to get insurance when you're in the hospital.
Yeah, instead of giving away Bon Jovi's house, they ought to just get that guy some insurance.
And they have picked up the tab for his latest hospital stay.
I thought in the real world they're not allowed to interfere. See, you know what the premise of the show is?
Right, that they're supposed to just let it happen.
Yeah,
now.
even if, like in one episode, this girl is going to pick up her friend at the airport, and they all knew that she was going to the wrong airport, but they didn't tell her. So, like in the real world, they shouldn't pay for his insurance, and she get kicked out of the hospital to live on the street.
But isn't the show already over?
Maybe,
They've
I don't
had
know.
their real world experience. Now let's go back to Fantasyland.
That's a good show. This guy Puck is the best thing on it, but all of them kick him out of the house.
He got kicked out while I was watching last week.
Yeah. Now, he got kicked out of the house. You know why?
Why?
Because he was stealing the show from everyone else. He was terrific. The rest of them were all drips.
Don't you think they're going to let him come back?
If I was, listen, a credo or no credo of MTV's not to interfere with the kids, I'd get in there and say,
Get Puck back in that
get
house.
Puck back this week. He's back. He's the whole show. The rest of you are bores. He's 20-something. The rest of you are a bunch of adults.
He still has to come back and pick up his things. At least
Yeah.
I didn't see that episode yet.
When he comes back, I guarantee he moves in.
And never leaves. They also say very nicely that they flew in Pedro's lover.
Oh, see.
And a friend to New York to be at his side because, you don't want to be sick and alone in a strange place. Viewers can contribute to a trust fund, however, to help establish a fund for him so that if he comes up with any other problems, he'll be taken care of.
That's a weird show, The Real World, because, like, the guy with AIDS, like they bring all the people into the house and they announce that this guy has AIDS. And everyone's trying to act like it's no big deal. Everyone goes, oh, okay, cool. Hey, AIDS is cool. Everyone's trying to be they're aware that the cameras are on.
Sure.
This guy Puck walks in and he goes, what?
Puck has no clue about cameras.
Yeah, he's like, hey, right. He's like, well, wait a second, man. What's the risk here?
Hey, wait a minute.
And wait a second. What? Whoa. Wait,
I get scratched all the time on my bike.
Yeah.
Because Puck is a bicycle messenger.
So then the guy starts walking through the house, Puck, and he starts blowing his nose into the peanut butter jar.
Oh.
Where he's picking his nose and then
So he really does have concerns because his hygiene is so poor.
Right. He's worried about getting AIDS because
he could pick it up.
He could pick it up from this guy Pedro.
Drinks after people.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool show, actually. I like it.
Well, it is interesting. There was one girl who's in the medical profession. I forget what she does.
Yeah.
But she's all bummed out all the time because, she gets all upset because Pedro's sometimes not feeling well.
Mm-hmm.
So she's always crying.
I know the blonde. She's always crying.
Yeah.
She got to get a grip on reality. But she reminds me of Fred.
Can't take reality.
No. Give him one criticism, he starts crying. So, I don't know, I endorse that show. I think it's cool. I think what they ought to do is just put more cameras in more people's homes. I'd love to see a camera in Jackie's house. Watch that show every night. I just put it right into my house. I don't care if anyone else sees it. See what's going on there.
You just need a pipeline from your house to Jackie's so you can see what's going on.
I've still yet to tell this story, and I know I'm going to get to it tomorrow because we have some free time about our trip to the movies with Jackie and his wife and all of Jackie's conversation.
The Regis was there.
Yeah, Regis was there.
That's right. Also in the news is O.J. O.J. can't stay out of the news. Today I see in the Post they're saying, well, that NBC reported last night that the prosecution is now working on a second murderer theory. That there was an accomplice.
Oh, they screwing this up.
Like, what? At this late date?
Yeah, what's going on? Well, hey, listen, it's hard to uncover this crime.
Oh, Howard, they might as well let O.J. go now.
Really? Why?
Why put us through this if they're going to botch the case? Why waste the money?
Why do you think they're going to botch it?
Because they obviously are running around, flailing around at that prosecutor's office, not knowing what to do. You build a case. Is O.J. the lone culprit or not?
No, excuse me. Don't be a big shot over there. Let me explain something to you. Let me bring you down. Let me bring you into a little reality here.
I can't take reality.
You can't. You're wrapped up over there. Look. You come to a murder scene. Everything's not like Perry Mason. You come to a murder scene, there's two dead people.
I like it just like it is in the movie.
They got O.J. In fact, they're doing a good job. They're building a nice case. In fact, they just, as you reported yesterday, they found more blood.
This is true, but why did it, I mean, they've had the car for a long time. Why did it take them so long?
Doesn't mean it took them so long. This is the first time you're hearing about it.
Oh.
That's number one.
Oh, now you're making sense.
Okay. Now
you're making sense.
They might have had a theory all along about a second person. And they've been working them, watching what goes on.
All I can tell you
looking for
is
murder
what
weapons.
I see in the paper. First of all, in the preliminary
No, I'm not making anything up. I'm telling you how the prosecution works. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
I thought maybe you were making it up.
In the preliminary hearing, Howard.
Yeah.
The prosecutor's own witness.
Go ahead.
Came up with this theory that there might have been more than one knife. Now, why was this revealed in the preliminary hearing, and why wasn't the prosecution ready for that when it occurred?
Because the prosecution is paid very little. You don't get the top lawyers on it. That's why. Listen, also people are dopey. When you ask them and you question them, like, look at this Cato Kalin.
Yes.
He's there, and now it turns out I read some report that he might have seen something.
Now, once again, that is something that has been reported in the press and then retracted.
Oh, it has?
Yes, because the girlfriend who allegedly told the grand jury that Cato Kalin lied on the stand while telling her that night on the phone that he saw O.J. at the scene where the glove was found.
Yes.
She now says that that's not true. Cato is telling the truth.
All right, but you know what I'm saying.
About the story and never changed it.
There are people who just don't, they don't even tell a story. They don't, listen, I guarantee you there are people who know the truth. I know O.J. has talked to people and told the truth. He was very vulnerable when he wrote that letter.
It's interesting to me that his sister-in-law, who's not even a sister-in-law,
right,
was on television.
He's got a family tree. It's twisted and bent and gnarled.
It's more crooked than mine.
That's right.
What happened was this woman was the sister of his first wife. And she's telling Hard Copy, I want to come on and talk about my brother-in-law. He's not married to your sister anymore.
All right, look, she's looking for a little attention.
So she came on supposedly with O.J.'s permission to talk about the O.J. she knows. Yeah. And this is just a woman who practices an incredible amount of denial. They played for her the 911 tape.
Yeah.
And said, now, did O.J. ever abuse your sister? She says, no. They were a very private couple. If they had any disagreements, like many couples do, they always kept it to themselves. I never saw anything like that. Then they said, but you know that he beat his wife, Nicole. No, I just don't believe it.
All right, look.
You heard the 911 go, I heard it, but I don't believe it.
Approximately... how many OJs are there? As far as I can tell, there's about 7 different kind of OJs. There's the nice OJ, the guy who...
Sports OJ,
or the black OJ wanted to be white, but the real black OJ that wanted to be black. Right. There's 27 different OJs. I'll tell you what, they're all guilty. That's what I've got to say. That's the end of it.
This woman says, I don't know how it happened. I don't know whether OJ must have been framed. I don't know who did this.
It's hard to believe. I've met OJ. I hung out with him a little bit. I met him at a wedding. But we really sat and, we were hanging out for about, half hour.
And do you think you can tell if a person's a murderer in that short period of time?
Rob and I walked out of there. I said to Allison, "Guy's a murderer."
Oh.
How do you like that? I asked her.
That guy's going to kill somebody.
I said, he's going to kill someone.
Without a kick.
Punch Kathy Tobin in the face.
Oh.
No, he never did that, but I'll tell you one thing. I had a vibe on the guy.
Yeah.
Trust me on this.
Oh, you.
Oh, yeah.
You had a vibe on him, all right.
No, he seemed like a real nice guy. I mean, that's what they're all referring to. Sure, you think he's a nice guy, but
yeah, but you think a supposed family member, she knows OJ, but I don't know how you practice that kind of denial. No, I never saw anything. He never did anything. I don't care about a 911 tape. I've heard it, but I don't believe it.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. What else is going on?
Well, let me finish telling you about the latest developments in the OJ case. There was another man who came forward, did speak a little bit to the grand jury, and now yesterday he was arrested on contempt charges because he said, "I know things, but if I talk about what I know, I could be killed."
Really? Now, who is this guy?
I forget his name. Jackie Marlowe.
Jackie Marlowe.
I forget his name, but he's going to be in jail. Let me see. It should be in here somewhere.
Dunton.
John Dunton. He's an ex-con, and they put him in jail. They said they'll keep him there until he talks, so he could be in jail for months. But they're not sure that he really has any valid information. They just decided if he does know something, then we're going to make him talk.
Right.
So we got the new theory that O.J. might have had help to commit these murders, might not have done it alone, and the prosecution is now looking to see if there was an accomplice. We have this guy saying that he knows something about the case but won't talk about it.
Right.
And there's a woman now who has come forward and said she kept a diary on Nicole. She was a good friend of Nicole's, this woman, Faye Resnick.
Yeah, she kept a diary.
She supposedly wrote down things about Nicole every day, and now they're going to be published in a book.
Who writes down? Do you have any friend that you write things down about?
No. Nicole Brown Simpson, The Private Diary of a Life Interrupted. And when I heard this, I thought, that is the strangest thing.
You ought to call your book that.
Down.
Nicole Simpson, A Life Interrupted. I'm telling you, it's so like crazy. You will.
You write down everything. I don't even write down things you do.
I know. You should start writing. You should be like a scribe.
That's right. I should have a diary of Howard.
Today, Howard picked his butt.
Today, Howard messed himself.
Yeah, messed his pants.
But yeah, she supposedly kept a diary of all of Nicole's activities. She now says that she can chronicle a whole history of abuse during their relationship, with the worst instances occurring right before the night of the murders.
Wow.
She will claim that O.J. raged out of control just 2 days before he bought the now famous stiletto knife. That Nicole told her, O.J. loves me so much he's going to kill me and get away with it. A furious O.J. panicked Nicole 6 days before the murders by threatening to inform the IRS about a tax problem that would get her and her 2 children thrown out of their condo.
See, I believe every bit of this.
A frightened Nicole told Faye 5 days before her death that O.J. had stolen the spare set of keys to her condo.
I believe O.J. is guilty. I believe that in any sane society he would be, found guilty just based on the blood evidence alone. And the whole thing is ridiculous.
Let me ask you something,
right.
Mr. Law expert.
Go ahead.
Because this is one of the questions that has been raised for me by this DNA testing.
Mm-hmm.
The initial test results that we were given had probabilities.
Yeah, so they didn't find anybody else's blood. It's OJ's.
No. Let me say this. So the probability is 99.something%.
Right.
But still, 40,000 people in the L.A. area could fit that blood type.
Okay. Now let me listen. Let's get it together.
It just seems like would be like a fingerprint.
Isn't it funny how
that's OJ's fingerprint?
Yeah, how many people do you think live in L.A.?
That's not the point.
Let me make a point. How many people do you think live in L.A.?
Oh,
how many people do you think live in L.A.?
Millions.
Millions?
Yeah.
Okay. How many of those people have a history of punching Nicole Simpson Brown in the face?
One.
How many of those people have a history of coming over and telling them they're going to kill her, that if I can't have you, no one can, and I'm going to watch your house and take notes on you?
As far as I know, one.
Okay. Now, now they got blood.
How many of them were in his car?
Yeah, and how many had blood in their car and a glove on their property that night? All right, then, on top of that, out of millions of people...
Not a fingerprint, that's all I was saying.
Darling, if you need more evidence, then God bless you.
I didn't say I needed more evidence.
This is ridiculous.
I'm just saying I was shocked to find that DNA testing is not like a fingerprint, because I kept hearing people refer to it as being as surefire as fingerprint.
We done narrowed it down. Now, trust me on this, and I'm going to tell you something. OJ's got some very, very top attorneys, and God bless them. If I ever get in trouble, I want to use them. But the bottom line is this: OJ done it, and this is it. And
but you're not saying that people who done it don't get off.
Oh, they get off all the time.
See?
But if this guy gets off, listen, what am I going to do? Oh, I got to stop my life now? It gets off, it gets off. What can I do? Just head for the hills. That's all. That's all that means. Listen, you want justice, you got to have it. And this OJ is guilty. That's all. That's all. He's guilty. To stop trying to analyze.
Once OJ gets off...
there are people who believe Elvis Presley is still alive.
Of course.
There are people who believe that UFOs are circling the planet right now, but the only ones who see it are farmers. There are people who believe that they're going to die and they're going to go to a nice place.
Wait a minute. You believe that we're the only people in
the paintings cry.
Excuse me.
No, I'm pointing out what people believe.
Do you believe that we're the only people in the universe?
Of course we are. How could you doubt that?
Robin thinks she's the only person.
Yeah, in your universe, you're the only one. Of course we're the only three people in the universe.
You people came along.
Right. Oh, please. What do you want? Tell me the questions that confuse you, and I'll answer them. Come on.
Why would we be the only ones?
Because it was a freak of nature.
And it didn't happen anywhere else? This accident hasn't occurred anywhere else?
Only happened here. It only happened here. Why wouldn't it happen on the moon then?
No, the moon can't support life.
Of course not. No, neither can any of the other planets, have you noticed?
But this is not the only solar system in the galaxy.
We have a unique thing. The sun, let me explain it to you.
The sun.
The sun, it's one of the few times, you know what the sun is? The sun is a star.
Yeah.
Okay, you understand this?
I understand.
All right. The sun is a star.
Are there other stars?
Most times when something gets this close to the sun, it burns up. Planets get close, it's either too hot or too cold. We are in the right exact temperature.
Excuse me.
Then, no, you want to know history or you want to fool around?
This is science you're talking about.
Listen, you know what? I'm not Mr. Wizard. I don't have time for this. We are the only people in the universe. We are alone. When you die, your body is eaten by other creatures, and you are gone. You don't come back and see anyone.
When they put you in one of those vaults?
Right.
The creatures get in there.
Walt Disney is not coming back. And if he does, he ain't going to be the same Walt Disney.
Very well, you've cleared up everything for me.
Yeah, I mean, let's bring everyone down to reality. OJ's guilty. Elvis is dead. What else you want to know?
Walt is frozen.
Walt is frozen.
But he won't be back. Did you hear about this problem we're having with our police officers? We have a rash of suicides among the cops.
Well, you kill yourself too if every time you pull someone over they're gonna arrest the cops now because of a mishandling.
Don't jump to conclusions.
Of course.
One of the men who killed himself the other day was afraid he was going to be nabbed on corruption charges.
No, that's
the other one had just lost his shield because after just receiving it,
yes,
there was a question as to whether he was going to lose his shield because he had been stopped for drunk driving. Now stop that. So, it is not simply because their jobs are getting difficult to perform.
No, it was economics.
Economics?
Of course. Guys who become cops want a lifetime pension. They don't want big money, they just want guaranteed money for the rest of their life. As soon as you threaten to take that away from them, they kill themselves.
You've got
in both instances, it's two guys saying, I can't believe I'm going to lose my pension. That's all that is.
That's so important?
Yep.
Wow. And this situation here were two brothers who were cops and one killed the other one?
Well, that's a different situation. That guy was depressed because of the stupid uniforms they have to wear. You ever try to look foxy in a cop uniform?
You stop it. And they say in the paper today that he caused an uproar at the funeral of his brother. You know, the cop who shot the brother?
Yeah.
Officer Stephen Sorko. He showed up at his brother's funeral.
What did he do?
The whole family in a tailspin. Well, he's the murderer.
Why did he shoot his brother?
They got into a family, they were having a family picnic or something, got into an argument. And they, I guess, one shot the other.
Did you read what the argument was about?
No.
In all seriousness?
No.
Yeah, the guy getting married wanted to have a bachelor party, and his brother didn't want to have a bachelor party.
That
man didn't want to throw a bachelor party.
So the guy who was getting married shot the one who didn't want to throw the bachelor party?
The one who wanted to have the guy who was getting married wanted to have a bachelor party, and his brother stormed out of a family reunion. He went to his house and attacked him with a chair.
I mean, the guy getting married attacked the brother who didn't want to throw the party.
Right.
And then the brother shot him.
He said, I don't want anything to do with this wedding, and he went home, so he went over to his house and took a chair to him.
Oh, and then the other brother shot him.
Right.
So the guy alive is not the guy who died is the guy who was
attacked.
No, the guy who died is the guy who wouldn't throw the bachelor party. The guy who was getting married.
Wait, let me talk to Robin, Jackie. You tell a story. She's wrong?
No, the fiance.
Tell me who died. The guy getting married or the
guy getting married?
All right. The guy getting married died.
That's what I just said.
Right.
Oh, Jesus.
Who knows what anyone's saying?
She said the guy wouldn't.
I'll tell you something. I got to go to the moon.
No. The guy, the guy who gets married doesn't throw the bachelor party. Stupid.
That's not what you said.
Oh, he's so sick. Anyway,
and Fred is stupid too because he must have heard the same thing.
Who cares who's right? Move on with the show.
I'm trying to tell you that the fiance was there, and the brother who killed the cop was there. And they had to be brought to the viewing separately because the fiance didn't want to see the
brother
man who killed her future husband.
I hear you. I got the whole thing. They should be
It was an uproar. The whole family got split up. More dissension at the funeral because this cop showed up to mourn his brother who he killed.
No wonder Fred eloped.
Oh, he knew it would be a problem.
Right.
And I don't blame him now.
Now you understand.
Jackie.
What else you got?
Afraid Jackie would shoot me.
What else you got?
Prince Charles was photographed in the nude.
Really? Is he big? I bet he's got a big weenie.
They say that he looks very good.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what his size was.
That's why he let it happen. Notice I'm never photographed in the nude. I make sure that doesn't happen. I'm nowhere where I can be. I'm never nude. But that guy looks like... I could tell a guy has a big weenie.
They say he was in good shape.
Yeah.
And I guess he doesn't have to be embarrassed.
Wow. Boy, I do.
Where
was he?
He was on some French vacation. He was at a chateau somewhere.
Why all these guys run around naked?
And he only had a robe slung across his shoulder. And he was walking around bare.
He's hot.
And the palace is upset that some photographer snapped the photo and then a newspaper bought it and published it. Well, why is he walking around naked? That's a good question. He knows people take pictures of him.
Of course, because he's proud of the way he's hung. Listen, if I was hung like that, you'd see me naked everywhere. I'd be at the MTV Awards naked. I'd be carrying a dozen donuts, and not with my hands. I'm impressed now. All right, look.
Oh, you're such a braggart.
Let's take a... Oh, if I had one, I would be. I don't think I could carry one donut. I'd pass out.
It would be a baker's dozen, too, I'll bet.
Robin, are we going to break, or are we going to... What are we doing?
Let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to tell you. Janet Jackson. In page 6, they also say she doesn't have much of an imagination. In Vibe magazine, they're interviewing her, and they asked her what she would like to do if she wasn't singing, I suppose. And she said, I've always wanted to work the window at McDonald's.
So let her do it.
I said, if she didn't have that Jackson name, that's exactly what she'd be
You bet. That's exactly what she'd be doing. I saw her acting. I saw that Poetic Justice on TV.
Oh, goodness. And finally today, a trash man has been robbing prostitutes. A city garbage collector was arrested after he used a phony detective shield to pick up and rob prostitutes.
I used to do that.
It's Clarence Evans. He was a garbage collector for 5 years.
You know how many guys are going to try that now?
And they do point out that none of the robberies were done while he was on duty. So this is in his own time.
Okay.
He would go to a section of town where there were prostitutes. He'd flash this phony shield, tell the girls to get into his car or whatever. Sometimes he would even assault them as before he robbed them.
Wow.
But they've nabbed him now, so he will have to pay for his crime.
Now, hand my badge, get the hell in my car, and ignore the garbage smell. I'm not a garbage man, I'm a cop. All right. Is that what's happening, Robin? All right, why don't we... Fred, do you have some commercials to play out? I'll do the plugs right after the commercials, and we'll get out of here. Okay, I want to say a couple of things. Number one, I have to leave now because I got to go write my movie.
All right. Do you go now? How do you do this?
I go home.
Are you still in a hotel?
Yeah, I go home and then I go over to the hotel or whatever. And then this whole weekend we're going to be writing. And Allison's parents are coming in this today. And I sat Allison down and I said, look, man, I love you. I love your parents. I love my kids. I said, you got to explain to your parents when they come to town that I don't want to be. I mean, no rudeness intended here. You got to understand, I am under the most pressure of my life.
Why don't you just leave the house?
Yeah, I should.
So they can't bother you.
I should call her and explain now.
Are they there? That would be a good way to do it. You could explain it to them. That could be spending time with them.
I'll spend time with them on the show. Tomorrow I'll call them and explain.
Call them on the show,
right.
And then you can hang out.
Let me write that down. I'll bring home that, my paperback came out, so in the stores now they have this giant cardboard cutout of me.
And it's a huge
cutout.
Huge cutout, yeah.
I'm going to bring the cutout home and let my in-laws and my wife spend time with the cutout.
Put a tape recorder.
Yeah, and put a tape recorder behind it.
Speaker in the mouth.
Yeah, like McDonald's with the clown.
Tell them even when they're having meals, they should set a chair aside for you, even though it's not filled, and they can refer to you.
Was that weird when you went into the store and you saw my paperback there and you saw that big...
I told you. It was shocking because I didn't expect to see it.
I got to go out and do some promotion and stuff around it. I haven't even really put that all together, but I just got to get this movie finished.
So you're holding off?
Yeah.
On the promotion?
Just a couple of days. Doesn't take me long. I just need a few more days.
And you'll be done?
Well,
How
the
many
studio's
more
rushed me.
pages are you in?
I got 50 more pages, but I'm having, I told you, I'm having a problem with it in what order the story should be presented, and I need time to think about it, but everyone's like, we got to get the script, we got to get the script, we got to get the script. It's just, you got to put a little bit of thought into it.
But everything's planned out in terms of,
the scenes and all that, yeah.
And where you're going to shoot.
Yeah, well, yeah, they've got a whole
what
production
part
office.
Of your life you're going to shoot.
Yeah. Well, depending on which order I go, it would be weighted more toward kid stuff and teenage Howard. And if I dealt more with modern day, like, would you rather see the present day Howard and what goes on behind the scenes, or the little kid Howard?
No, you want to see the present day Howard.
You do?
Yeah.
But you've seen the present day Howard in many instances where, you've seen a lot of this stuff I've done.
I mean, I'm not saying that you don't want some of that teenage Howard and some of that, but you want more of you.
Right. Well, in that case, the movie I'm writing now, with the great Peter Torkvey, you would like the movie that is in its present form. I almost wanted to present the studio with two scripts and say, which do you think is better, kind of thing, because it wouldn't be that hard to do.
Do the sequel first.
No, not a sequel. Two scripts. There are two distinct ways to present this story.
Well, I got to tell you that you better be up on the screen.
I'll be up there, believe me, baby. And you
Not
will
a
love
character
it.
playing.
No. It's the tale of two... No, it's just the way... It's just the order of events and how it's presented. That's all that I'm grappling with.
All right.
And when you first see me and all that.
But you're telling me in one story...
In one story, you see me up front. There'll be a little more of me, and you see me more up front. In the other story, you have to wait a little bit before you actually see me.
But the same amount of you as in each story?
Yes. Maybe a little bit more in the first approach. Think on the big screen, my nose will look like the submarine that it is. Doesn't everything look bigger?
Just imagine.
Let me ask you another thing too,
your
and I
nose in 50 feet.
I have to ask you a question now.
Yes.
In a dream sequence, if you needed to be nude, if you needed to be topless, would you work topless?
No.
You will not work topless.
Will not work topless.
All right, Fred, let me ask you something.
Get some money.
Would you work topless?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, now we know
Then
who
he
got the
gets my
part.
part.
You're damn right. Now you've learned a lesson in Hollywood.
I'm not bothered. If Fred wants to work topless, he can have it.
All right. How about if you come out of the water in a bathing suit? Now, listen to me. Seriously, you're wearing a bathing suit, one piece, demure, low cleavage, and you're just coming out of the water in a seductive way. You'll do it?
I'll do it.
Fine.
I can't have a body double?
No.
Oh. Well, then I can't do it.
All right. I'm leaving out of the picture.
I'll do it.
God, on the big screen, they'll look like oil tanks. You will be the biggest star ever.
Right.
They will be unbelievable.
Cute.
They're beautiful. You're so beautiful. You must share them.
Twin Hindu.
All right.
There's no screen big enough.
All right, so I'll call my wife and in-laws tomorrow on the air. We'll do that. Let me write that down. Wife.
It looks to me like they've switched the night of Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman.
What night they put it on?
Tonight.
Oh. What's tonight?
Tonight is Thursday night.
Oh, I'm booked up. So I'm going through that. Also, let me explain something. I got a better beat on that story you did with the cop shooting his brother.
Yeah.
Here's the way I understand it. So it's a little more complicated than that, because the papers make it seem like some cop went berserk and shot his brother. It was, this cop his brother's getting married.
Right.
His brother comes to him and says, hey, throw me a bachelor party.
Right.
The guy goes, hey, I really don't want to throw you a bachelor party. And to make a long story short, he goes home. The guy who's getting married says to his dad, I'm going to go over and kill my brother. He won't throw me a bachelor party. So he goes over there.
He didn't really mean that, did he?
I don't know, but his father follows him because he sees the guy's going nuts.
Uh-huh.
And he was drunk, and the father goes over with him, and this guy's drunk out of his mind. He picks up a chair, and he's trying to push the father off and get to the brother.
Right.
And he pushes the father down. He's running wildly through the house with the chair. The other brother, the cop, ends up trying to go help his father. The guy's does he smash him with the chair?
No, he smashed the brother with the chair, and then when he went to go do it again, his father tried to stop him, and he knocked his father down.
And that's when the cop shot him.
Yeah.
So you can't blame him.
A chair wouldn't have killed.
Oh, not much. You ever get smacked in the head with a chair? Come on.
Movies, they don't break over your head.
Yeah. The movie's like, yeah, okay, I'm fine.
No, there must have
Come
been
here.
another.
Here's my chair.
All right,
I'm gonna
here
hit
we
you.
go.
I'm gonna beat you over the head with my chair, and I want to see how you take it.
Nobody's got a gun.
Stop that. So it's not as simple as that.
I didn't say it was simple at all. It's never simple when somebody's killed.
All right. That's all I want to say. It's not as black and white as you think.
It's not black and white at all.
Oh, no.
Right. What, Carrillo?
His brother originally the guy who was getting married wanted strippers at the bachelor party.
Right.
He said, no way. Because I think the best man was like a Christian.
Yeah.
Born again.
So what, are you going to go kill the guy for being a Christian? Yeah. Thank you, Carrillo. That added a lot to the story.
So in other words, you're saying the other cop was in fear of his life.
Right. And his father's life, too. His father was down now, going to get beaten with a chair. According to what I've just heard. My sources.
It's just a wacky kind of a story when it's two cops.
Did you see that Kato Kalin was signed for $1 million to do a movie?
No, I did
I don't
not
believe
see
that. I think that's baloney.
Did you watch him on Talk Soup?
I heard he was bad. I didn't.
I only saw the promo.
I don't get E. I don't get the E network.
Oh, that's right. I only saw the promos. I didn't get to see him actually do it.
George Rush's column. He also says that there was a rumor that Bill Cosby was helping O.J. with his finances to help finances, but Bill Cosby denies it.
I was going to say that's all he's got to do with his money.
Yeah. And Brian Cato Kalin has just been signed for his first starring movie role. His new pal Charlie Sheen helped convince producers to put O.J.'s houseboy in his next picture. Word is that Cato will get close to $1 million.
I was going to say that I had heard he was hanging out with Charlie Sheen. He's his new best friend.
That's good. Well, anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because I'm basically a jealous bastard.
Well, this time it's justified.
Yeah.
Kalin shouldn't be getting anything out of the death of Nicole Simpson.
I've worked way too long to hear him getting $1 million for a film. All right, listen, we got to get out of here. Quickly, Jackie, your plug. Your all-important plug.
It's very important.
Jackie's new rave joke page Martling will be, of course he has his new 78-minute CD, comedy CD, $10 plus free shipping and handling. Price includes 20-page color joke length catalog. Call 1-800-323-5464. Tomorrow night, Jackie hosts Girls Night In, Pajama Party Live.
Just try to get it.
Yeah, at 9 p.m. and 12 p.m. on the Adam and Eve channel. For info and raunchy jokes, call 516-9221. Congratulations to you, Jackie.
Thank you very much.
All right, very good.
I'm telling you, I could be a big star on my own. I don't need help.
I gotta see that, and I don't know how to get it.
Stone Temple Norris will be at the China Club September 21st. That's Fred's band. And let me say something. You know, I saw the Stone Temple Pilots. And I got to take it out for years. Everyone was saying, "Oh, they sound like Pearl Jam." These guys are nothing like Pearl Jam. They're fabulous on their own. I don't know what the hell everyone's talking about. What am I doing? I'm getting delirious.
Yeah.
Don't miss Stuttering John.
You were talking about Stone Temple Norris.
Yeah, fabulous.
I don't know about them. I refuse to go see them.
We're like Toe Jam.
Don't miss Stuttering John's band jamming at Suntan Lake, New Jersey on next Sunday afternoon, September 18th. For more information, call 201-942-OUCH. And don't forget to buy Stuttering John's great new CD, available at record stores everywhere. Also, if you're planning a wedding or Christmas party, you need a mobile DJ, now's the time to call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. And as Scott always says,
music that you pay me $400 to spin, and then at the end of the night, I lose the money.
Because it blows off the top of his car.
That's right.
Who is this again? The Zeppelin?
Yes.
That is the worst song Led Zeppelin ever made.
Oh,
come on. This is, isn't it? What did you say? This is the worst one?
Definitely one of them.
La 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 la.
I hate this Led Zeppelin song. What else is on this record?
Carousel.
What's the name of this song?
That's Fool in the Rain.
Yeah, I hate that song.
Oh, you love it.
Radio stations always play it, and I hate it.
Then All of My Love was.
I guess I'm not in sync with everybody. I guess a lot of people, they must do research and find out that people like that.
What are the other bad Led Zeppelin songs?
After that song, they should have had their guitars taken away. Led Zeppelin has a lot of bad songs. The problem is radio stations just play the good ones. You don't realize that 50% of that stuff was junk.
That's why the drummer died.
Let's see. What's another bad song? Hot Dog.
In the Evening is on this.
I like In the Evening.
That one's not bad. Carousel.
I like that.
Well, that one you like.
I'll play that. I like it because I can't pronounce it. Oh, no, I don't. I don't like this. I'm thinking of another song.
You don't like that.
Yeah, they suck. Zeppelin can be very unhip. Fool in the Evening. Yeah, I'm not going to play that.
You spend an awful lot of time talking about them.
Yeah, well, I was a dopey kid who actually attached some meaning to their songs. And then at some point I realized, at least I wised up and realized that those guys were just jerking me off.
They're thinking of getting back together.
Yeah, well, I won't be there for it. I mean, there's something disturbing about Jimmy Page now looking like my mother a lot.
Yeah, but he finally realized I might as well, if I'm going to still make Led Zeppelin music, I might as well have Robert Plant singing.
Yeah. All right, I don't have another CD to play. So I'll just play...
Play that song you were going to play just now.
What?
That one you just hit. Doesn't this work?
Good. I hear this music. I want to throw every stinking foreigner out of the country. I want to close up our borders. I want to seal them shut and shoot anyone who tries to get over the borderline.
Wake up, white people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll play Led Zeppelin. I'll play this one. Don't we have any good songs? Wait a second.
I got a whole wall full.
Yeah.
There must be something good up there. What is this you got on?
Zeppelin. Well, this is music to find other music to. Just give me a chance. I'll find another record. This is music to listen to in the meantime.
Okay, this is filler.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Cool. Pink Floyd, I hate Pink Floyd with a passion.
Well, they don't have very many good songs.
Pink Floyd?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tired of them. And that new album of theirs sounds like the last
Horrible.
album. It sounds like their old school.
But sold a lot of records.
Yeah, they're a bunch of dicks. Hey, did you notice that all the old rock stars are now trying to dress a new way, like grunge, like they don't care about... Like Tom Petty, there's a picture of him in the newspaper today. He looks like Kurt Cobain of Nirvana.
In fact, I'm looking at that right now.
This is the worst Led Zeppelin song.
I thought the other one was.
No, this one is. Hold on, I'll...
You know, Mick Jagger's the only one who hasn't heard about grunge.
Yeah, I know. He's still dressing like he's a circus clown. And then he tried to sell Rolling Stone clothes for a while. Like someone would want to dress like Mick Jagger. The only guy who really is grunge from the old rock stars is Mick Fleetwood, and that's because he just really only owns old worn-out clothes. Did he file for bankruptcy at one point?
Yep.
They got a picture in the paper of Tom Petty trying to look grunge.
I didn't even know who he was. I had to read. Oh, I need your love. Oh, I need your love. Oh.
Hold on, I'll find the record. Here, you know what? I'll play a good song. Hey, you want to play like a good classic rock song?
All right, let me hear it.
Yeah, like, what about like Queen, Keep Yourself Alive? That's a good song. You don't like that?
No.
Oh, that's a great song. That's something that's cool.
Freddie Mercury had to take me some advice.
Yeah. Didn't he get bad meat in a can?
Keep yourself alive.
You got a hold of some bad meat in a can. Cool. Yeah, you know what? It can't be that right when you die from... Oh, man. Okay, here we go. I miss that bastard.
He'll never make another song like this.
I might do a remake of this song. This is kind of a cool song, right? But it doesn't sound contemporary. This part sucks. The middle part is cool. Yeah, you're right. All right, I'll turn it off. I had some echo on so I could sing, but let me find the song. Hold on. I gotta go write
this whole library here.
I gotta go write a movie, but I gotta find the right song to lead. Oh, Jesus H. You know that Jesus' middle name, it starts with an H?
What is it?
That's right.
Howard?
Howard.
Oh.
Jesus Howard Stern. Baba Booey, get in here with something, a new record or something.
Who's your favorite old group?
I don't have one. I don't like old music.
Eagles?
Hate the Eagles. Name another group.
Yellow.
Yellow?
She's really trying to retire.
Jesus H. Christ, Robin.
AC/DC.
You don't know what Jesus' middle name was with an H.
I didn't know that.
It was H. Jews.
Jesus hates Jews.
Jesus hates Jew Christ. What do you got there? You going to help Wolf out?
Well, we got Soundgarden, Metallica, Alice in Chains,
all right.
Stuttering John.
The best album out right now.
Yeah.
Jar of Flies, Alice in Chains. Now, what's the deal on this lead singer? Is he? I heard a rumor first he was on heroin or something.
The rumor is they all went into rehab. That's why they missed Woodstock.
Yeah, because you can't even see them. See, that's the one group I want to see.
There was all kinds of rumors there. They're breaking up. There's this, there's that.
Yeah. This is a real good record. I'm trying to think. I don't know the names of each song, so I got to just listen to the beginning and I'll know. Because you know what I do? I put it on the CD player. This is a good song. You know this one? It's hey na na na. You know that one?
No.
Do you know this? Yeah, check this out. It's because you're really depressed.
You love depressing.
Oh, you want to kill yourself after you listen to Alice in Chains. You want to go on heroin. This is dangerous for youth to hear.
You're strong.
Because I want to be strung out when I hear this. I want to shoot up and nod out. Hey na na na. You know this song, Fred, right? Hey na na na. What is it? Hey na na na.
Where is that?
It's coming up.
Too much intro on this.
A lot of wah-wah. That's the one thing that I don't dig.
Sounds like Frampton Comes Alive.
Man, no, it's cool. You'll see, man. You got to get into it. I light candles now. That's my thing. I light some candles and incense, and I listen.
Is this in your house? You do that?
Yeah. in my basement, in that little room I have.
Do your kids walk in and think you're worshiping Satan or something?
I don't know. That's their problem. I'm not responsible for what they think.
Oh.
See? That guy's got a cool voice.
I don't know this song. This is not the best song around today.
You're not into the whole concept.
No. I'm not into being depressed.
All right, hold on. Wait a second.
Hey, you know what I heard this morning that wasn't bad? I heard a Meat Puppet song. And you probably actually know it.
Yeah, I play with them. See, I like the whole album, so I don't know what's the best song. Hey, na, na, na. Oh, I know what you'd like. Didn't I tell you Black Hole Sun would be a huge hit?
I love that song.
Remember I brought it in, I played it for you, and I said this is going to be a huge hit? This is the one they ought to make the single?
Uh-huh.
Bastards. I don't get paid a penny from that.
You're another pointer. I can point to the good
I can tell the good ones. I can tell which song should be the single. All right, I'll leave you with Soundgarden. Soundgarden, excuse me. I want to find the right song for you. You know this one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love this album.
Sounds like me stepping on one of your cat's heads. Want to hear Black Hole Sun?
I love that.
All right, I'll play that. What track is that? You know, 8, I think?
I don't know.
It's track 8. I bet you I'm right.
Black Hole Sun.
Because for a while... That's Spoon Man. Spoon.
You can play anything on this album.
Oh, it's track 7. I know that. It's either 7 or 8. There it is. I would like to see these guys at concert. Are they strung out too? Don't you think
Everybody on drugs?
Don't you think a lot of bands want to be known as strung out because it's cool?
It makes them look a little more dangerous.
Yeah, it makes them look like they're out of control.
Says the worst thing that ever happened to Guns N' Roses when they cleaned up.
Yeah, who wants to hear that? I like to see guys who look like they're going to be dead in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, when Axl was ranting on stage, it was the best.
Yeah. You bet, Robin.
Really, the best part about watching you play new music is watching Jackie's reaction to it.
What, vomiting?
He just sits. Jackie's just shaking his head.
Get it.
He's shaking his head
because he's a hillbilly.
He doesn't think that's good at all.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's on the Adam and Eve channel.
Where's the banjo?
I like it. Where were you? I just looked over. You were like,
Jackie, try to be a little youthful. Come on, what's the matter? Get with it. Oh, here you go, Jackie.
Now, this is good music.
That's a good song. All right, turn that crap off.